difference
Between winning and losing,
is measured in milliseconds.
everything counts.
Yo, what's going on, ladies and gentlemen? We are live with Duel Links Team Wars Season 7, Week number 8. We have X-Hunters versus Forbidden Memories. And I do see Dennis Menesis 7 in the chat. What's good? Also, my good friend Nightbot. What's up, Nightbot? How you doing? Longtime supporter of the Duel Links Team Wars channel. Alright, let's get into it. Who we got? We got Tony57. He's going to be our bottom player coming through today for X-Hunters. He's just here for a tune-up. You know what I'm saying? I will be joined later on by my good friend Monkeyman88 or something like that. He'll be in later. Let's just say that. We got Vino coming through for the Forbidden Mems. And I do want to give a big shout out to my esteemed referee for the match. We got Alex Dopau, the bread man. So I got about 15 minutes to half an hour, and we'll have the Monkey Boy coming through. He's going to catch up mid-match, which is interesting. So you guys got a solo cast. What hypebeast? Didn't they cast you last week? Like, what? Hello? Looks like we got Cyber Dragon starting us off from Vino. Potentially going up against the level Augmentasian deck. We don't see what grows in the graveyard, so you have to suspect it's going to be Shira New Eyes. And we're starting out straight away with the core plus the Cybernetic Fusion support that he added to the hand. This leads me to believe that one of these sets is going to be the Cybernetic Overflow or Cybernetic Overflow, right? What's up, Alex? So a casual +2 here from Zane on turn number 1. And immediately we have the Shiranui Squirrel coming through for Vino. It is indeed Shiranui. It's actually kind of a sketchy matchup for Cyber Dragons. You gotta win fast or go home, because otherwise you gotta deal with some stuff that can't be destroyed by card effect and is a little bit too big for an unboosted Cyber Dragon fusion. Yo, Surf with that tier 1 sub to Duel Links Team Wars, 22 freaking months. Dude, that's almost 2 full years from Surf. Big shout out to that guy. He's putting the refs through college, dude. Nice move, but here is a better one. We are going to Econ take. Now, of course, he can't tribute off his Protos, but he does have that Cyber Dragon core. Of course, that's due to skill restrictions. You can't tribute the Proto Cyber Dragons or use them as material for anything other than a fusion. You can banish them, you can send them to the grave. You just can't tribute them or synchro with them. In the end phase, we do see the Cyber Load Fusion. Dude. Just blowing his Cyber Load right now. He's going to yeet that back row. Yo, Chris Olivier, what's good, my guy? Let a Brick and Ricky as well. Oh, Buns is here? What? Tio Kaiba? Damn, dude. El Rampage yeeted off a Lancia. It was like a bluff set Lancia. Notice that Tootie should have Sphere Karibo. I would assume. Usually you have some pretty hefty back row coming through for Shira New Eyes. He does dump the Veer and the Cyber Dragon to the graveyard. Didn't fuse a Squire? True. So now he'll see if there was a Sphere Karibo in the hand, his opponent might just let him put everything in the graveyard for him, and Archfiend Zombie Skull would be very helpful. And like if it were me, I'd probably just wait for the final attack. Like, I don't care about little damage. So long as my opponent doesn't hit me with a concentrating current, but it looks like it was just exact lethal. Triple attack from the Cyber Cyber Chimera Tech Rampage guy, the three-headed thing, Cyber. Anyway, Vino takes game number 1. Yeah, nice tuner in attack position indeed. Alright, so I guess we're going to try to find out if there's going to be a repeat here from X Hunters. Or if it's just going to go straight into second deck. It looks like it's just going to be second deck, as Tooney has left and rejoined the table without any indication in the match channel that we would have a repeat. Buns, when's your birthday, my guy? When are you going to be Buns 23? Oh, very nice second deck here from Tooney to take on Cyber Dragons. He actually has the Undyne straight away, drops the Fistburn from the deck. The Fistburn can grab the missing piece, either a Smiger or a Sulfafnir. Let's see what he goes for. Gonna grab this Sulfafnir. Doesn't have the Smijay, but he does have a Crystron Ryan. Not something you typically want to send to the graveyard, but still not so bad. You do have something to float into off the Amatrix. Does have the Crystron Smiger now as well. Smug says, I cheer for Forbidden Memories now because Tooney betrayed Prince K. El Cosmico Cyclone on the back row card of Tooney 5/7, and it's a Crystron Impact. Certainly an interesting pairing here from Tooney, using Shiranui first and then into Crystrons. Crystron does give a bit of a problem to Cyber Dragons, but you know, most of the time I would assume that we wouldn't have too many problems with Cyber Dragons with Shiranui to begin with. So I wonder what the counter pick is for, what that pairing is trying to accomplish. It did seem to work out quite well here, as we don't seem to have any use of Cyber Style. We don't have any Cyber Dragons coming out, and at the end of the main phase we are going to fly straight out into the Amatrix with that Citri, but this does allow Vino to continue his main phase if he so chooses. Yo, Hideki, what's good? Monkey Boy is going to join us in anywhere from 15 minutes to half an hour or so, so he'll be around. Very nice Gen X controller coming through. We'll be able to synchro off with that Crystron Smiger. Probably going to see a Brian Act Dragon of the Ice bury you here And that is enough for lethal, although I have seen some kite roids in the past from Cyber Dragons, and they are scary, but he does have enemy controller. We did see enemy controller, another semi-limited card that they can run, and that is going to put the Bryanak into defense position. Another access to a second impact. He had one already, got banished by a Cosmic. If he's got Quan, he can just go into another... Oh, yeah, he can anyway. He's got Rosenix. Damn, he gonna push for lethal. This guy's nasty. Look at that. He's got a level 7 Synchro on board. Got to be a machine type, but he does have access to Samurai Destroyer in that extra deck. I'm sure of it. Fits right in this this water deck because he has a fishbowl on his chest. And that is lethal. Crystron's doing what Crystron's do to Cyber Dragons, and Toonie gonna tie the game up 1-1. Alright, so both players starting us off 1-1. It's a best of 3. We're watching just a regular old best of 3 tournament right now. One deck tournament, you know, single limb. It's just the way it is. And these players today, man, they are wasting no time in between matches, not burning their team's clock, just getting one deck straight into another, and oh my, we might have a Crystron mirror match. Oh boy. Pack them in, folks. We got lots of depths. Depths. Yo, what's up, DLL? El Scrapo. Heckin' debuffed right now from double Umi debuff. Look how tiny that boy is. From 9x12 to 5x8. He little. Tiny little scrappy little fella. I'm doing well, DLL. How doth you do? Actually, this Crystron Impact in this matchup going to be pretty good in the mirror. Does save you from some Quarians and some Bryanak cheese. Anything that will target a Crystron monster can be negated. Very difficult to chain block in this matchup. Yeah, it could be nap time if you guys aren't too interested in the Crystron matchup. I would say find a buddy, have some thumb wars in the chat, do something that's going to entertain you. Pull up an incognito browser. Oh man, that's something you don't see every day. Charge of the Light Brigade in Sea Stealth Attack Crystrons, and he milled a Smiger and an Impact as well as a second charge. And he grabs old Lila. Lila. So he does get a search off. I do wonder if he does have access to Sylphefnir in some fashion. I mean, yeah, like if you mill a whale, you're looking good, dude. It does mean that he's basically got no back row hate except that Lila, though. Has a Raiden as well. Raiden hits a Self and a Praziordle. This guy's grave is juicy, dude. That face when you mill your whale. When you want to mill whale, but you mill all your Sea Stealth attacks instead. Bro, you also run Transmigration Prophecy. Hello? This guy's brain is enormous. You've never even seen the Vino. He drops another Impact. Says another one. Monkey will be joining us shortly. He will be here between, 5 minutes from now to 15 minutes from now. Something like that. He's running late. Fashionably late. He's on that Midwestern time, you know? Things just move slowly there. There's nothing to do. They say time is faster when you're in motion. Obviously, you know, nothing moves in the Midwest. He's in Nebraska, dude. Does let the Citri go down. Even though he does have a self to float into, I'm a bit surprised. I guess doesn't want to burn his synchros right away. But still difficult to... Yeah, that's a lot. Yeah, I'm surprised. I guess he doesn't want to, but like it's very costly to burn your tuners like that. And I guess he just has a... He has a follow-up. He's got something.
I'll teach you to stay out of the waters. I special summon a monster. I set a card face down. My turn is complete. All right. Fight, I draw.
I mean, if you run out of tuners, you can't synchro either. In fairness. Either way, Buns, I think you're correct. It's impact number 3. That is the third impact. Now, keep in mind, that's the only way he's going to be able to get a monster back from the banish pile outside of using a Quarian Gandrax. Both players do have targeting protection already set up in the graveyard. Everybody has impacts. Yep, Surf also correctly saying if he runs out of monsters, he also loses. Another thing you could say is if they run out of life points, they lose. If they run out of cards that they can draw in deck, also a loss. So, you know, there's a lot of ways you can lose a game of Yu-Gi-Oh! Haha, Decky, I'm faster. You suck. True. If he runs out of time, absolutely, Surf. Thank you. I hadn't got that far into the rule book, but I do remember somebody telling me that. Impact Reno gonna negate the Quarian Gandroni. Crystron Sulfafnir. I mean, the one thing too, Quarian, you know, at the very least, Quarian is a big old beater. He's like, I can do math, bruh. Doo-doo internet connection. Hey, yo, stop. That's rude. Calling me out like that, Frieza? What the heck? Personally attacked. I'm not, like, just throwing shade at each other here. Amatrix putting that Quarian into defense position. Both players down to 5 monster extra decks. Cosmic Cyclone. I believe that's the last impact from Vino. And here's another impact from Tooney. So now the impacts are burnt. Actually, Destiny, Dex took some antibiotics for that. He doesn't have that anymore. Just kind of waiting for something to happen here. I'm just kind of letting these guys give a long thunk, just trying to see what's going to happen. Puts the Sentry into attack position on the offensive.
Time to battle.
Quarian will float into a banished monster.
Hi, a nice try.
Sentry using its effect.
Effect activates. Now is the perfect time. I special summon a monster. I'll show you no mercy. I Synchro, you have taken my fate. My
Now everything on the defensive from Toonie. 4-card extra deck for Vino. He's also leading in card advantage at the moment.
I set a card face down. Time to battle. There's a storm coming for you. I attack with a monster. There's a storm coming for you. My monster shall attack. My turn is complete. My turn. I draw. I'll teach you to stay out of the waters. I summon a monster in attack position. My monster's effect activates.
And Genix Undyne still has a live effect, drops the whale and grabs that controller.
My monster's effect activates. I'll teach you to stay
Just
out of the
sorry about the heavy clicking that you guys hear. I was just setting up a co-caster. We're going to have Monkey Boy coming in soon and another surprise guest coming through as well.
Now is the perfect time.
And here comes that whale now. And he's dropping that Sea Stealth attack on board. That is definitely something you want to see early. Well, earlier than your opponent. Monkey Boy's running late, but he'll be coming through shortly. Don't worry.
I set a card face right.
He slipped on a banana peel. He had left it on his floor, so he's just cleaning up. When I was a kid, I was wondering why everybody was always talking about slipping on banana peels in like cartoons and stuff. And so I threw a banana peel on the ground and I slid my hand across or my foot across it, and it's pretty slippery.
Behold, I attack with the monster. My turn is complete. All right. I draw.
In case you guys needed to know that.
I flip over my face down card. My continuous trap activates.
Wow, that's hard to see when you get tiny like that. Oh boy.
My turn is complete.
Alright.
All right. My turn. I draw.
I don't know why this one dork is in the room. He's like... He's here, like he's my co-caster, but he's not talking. He's just chilling like a weirdo.
Yo,
What's going on, Shaz? How you doing?
I'm doing all right. Just wanted to make sure I got in the, in the duel and whatnot. I see that we're having a very big brain mirror match going on here.
Not the way these guys are playing it. Am I right? It's not like Hans Shaz Kristra mirror.
Oh,
Guaranteed
You
to
open-
end
you
in time
open,
of loss.
yeah, you open Transmigration Prophecy, and I just could, so.
Stop leaking my spice, bruh.
But yeah,
It was
What's up,
true.
guys?
That happened
That
a
is
lot.
that's a fat whale on the board right now. That's a
Yeah, 20
small
27
PP 20 small PP query on the board as well.
It's cold,
Very
alright?
Yeah. it's very cool. I see.
So we will be joined shortly by monkeyboy44 as well, by the way.
My turn.
Now, I heard some talk about banana peels.
Yeah, yeah.
So like, banana peels. I'm a banana peel god because
You use
in
them as a
Mario
fleshlight.
Kart, yeah, that too. In Mario Kart, you know, when you're in first place, that's all they give you. So, you know,
Oh, yeah, true.
so your boy's always getting them banana peels, but
Are you trying to imply that you never leave first place?
yeah, because I have no friends, so I play by myself.
Yeah, that's more believable this way.
So yeah.
You see,
Yeah,
that was a pretty interesting move there. So he actually crashed his Amatrix into the C stealth attack, procced it to get a Citry on the board.
I'm still catching up. I'm on turn 4. So,
Alright, well, you got a long ways
I'm
to
like,
go.
I have a long way to go. Yeah.
What did you think of old Vino here dropping the C stealth attack build with the Light Sworns in it?
He's playing Lightsworns in it.
Yeah, Lightsworn SSA.
Oh, I see it now. I see it now. I think that's kind of nutty. I'm surprised he has space for all of that.
Speaking of which, here comes El Lila on the board right now. I know you're not quite up to date yet.
Yeah, I have the stream up, so I can see it a little bit live. I have it on my Xbox too, so it's
Oh, it's actually on time.
yeah, it's on time. Yeah, so but I'm not trying to like cast it too much because it still is a slight delay.
This is true.
But yeah, I see the Lila. He just did something. I think he tried to pop that sea stealth or something, and he banished to protect.
Yeah, banished Orion. So I don't know if the chat is up to date on why you had to bring up why you're watching it on your Xbox. So Shao's usually watches at least my stream on
Well,
on
an
an Apple
streams.
device.
Yeah.
And I always roast him because he'll be in the chat and he'll say something that happened roughly 10 minutes ago because the delay on iOS is huge.
10 to 15 seconds or so. It's absurd.
It really does feel like it takes forever, though.
I don't know why, but I've been using my Xbox a lot more for streams. It's more so when I'm outside now when I'm like
you don't take the
behind.
win by time limit, dude.
Yeah, bro, that's a win con in the mirror match, bro. That's a super win con in the mirror match.
And man, that's usually how I win them. I'm not even gonna lie. That like sometimes you just play it out, and eventually they'll just run out of time.
I'm just gonna leave this duel. I wasn't even caught up. I'm still not caught up. So, what was the first decks for both players?
So we actually came into Cyber Dragons versus Shiranui. And then Kristrons came in and did what they do to Cyber Dragons most of the time. And and then we had that lovely mirror, which ended the way the Crystron mirror does most of the time.
Yeah. That's interesting.
So now we do have the counter pick available here for X Hunters. They still have Kanda, Nova Mortis, Nightwing, and Cosmic in the back, and they just have a little bit of a Crystron problem staring them down. Yami saying Sniffus you didn't play, but I thought Sniffus actually did play one game.
He did play. He played one game.
I thought he won. He was 1-0.
Yeah, he closed it out.
Undefeated us.
Yeah, undefeated in season 7. Sniffus God.
Comes out of retirement, slaps Tier 0 around, and goes back into his cave.
He said I bet his second deck was Dark Lords too.
Because he hasn't played in so long.
That and because he loves Dark Lords.
I just like the idea that he just doesn't have other decks. He's like, I haven't kept up, so I'm playing Dark Lords. Like, deal with it.
Yeah, man, if there's anyone that can still God hand with it, is Sniffus himself. So.
2 decks are Blue Eyes and Dark Lords. He's like, I don't even have Sage. Don't care. No, Sniffus was playing full time when Sage was around.
Was he? I mean, I don't know.
I'm pretty sure.
I don't remember, honestly.
I think it was because I remember thinking Blue Eyes support. Oh, my friend Sniffus will love this. I say my friend Sniffus. I think I either have 0 messages exchanged in DMs to Sniffus or like 3. So I talk to him exclusively in Twitch chat. But, I know he's a big fan of the Blue Eyes.
We had a conversation, I want to say a year ago. I kind of forget why. I think we just randomly did, and it was.
Sniffus leaving this esoteric here says, "Oh my God, he called me his friend." I don't know if he's pleased about that or like embarrassed and be like, somebody make him stop, ban him from Twitch.
It was like a whole year and a half, like back when Vampires was good. That was how long. That's how long it's been since then, or since that little conversation.
Oh, we have Nightwing coming in. Who the heck is that? Oh, right there, Nightwing. Oh, okay. For some reason, I didn't connect that in my head.
Hey man, it's all good. You know, names. There's so many names nowadays.
It's literally on the roster. I'm like, who?
Like, there's literally like there's 2 buns now. Like, I'm still trying to get over that.
There's 2 buns?
Yeah, there's 2 buns. There's buns and then there's buns.
Who the heck's the other buns?
The one in the chat.
Oh, there's lemon buns.
Yeah.
Well, Buns 22 is Buns. That's Buns Draco. We just changed his name.
Are you sure? I could have sworn.
Let me get. There's no other Buns that's going to be made.
There is another Buns. There is another Buns.
Well,
I don't know
buns.
if it's a mod.
Lemon Buns 27.
There's another Buns. There's 2 Buns. I know there's 2 Buns. I just don't remember what team the other one's on.
Oh right, Sniffus says we do have a conversation. I asked you for the stall list. You beat me with.
Oh, I remember this. Oh, that was so long ago. Oh, I missed that stall deck. That was Last Gamble, right?
Yeah. Yeah, it was.
Yeah, that was the good times.
Yeah, I went 3-0 with stall. And then people were like roasting me. It's like the first time last time I ever played stall in a competitive environment. And people were just like, "Oh, he's a stall player."
Bro, we brought 3 stalls. We brought 3 of that bitch. Oh my god.
Hey, it worked.
We were such cancer. Oh my god. 3 of that. 3 of them things. Alright, so we got a pretty nice turn 1 setup for Chris runs here. Where it looks like to be Blackwings coming in from Nightwing. I guess you could expect that coming from his name.
That's racist.
Yeah, I clapped, but it wasn't enough to win us the thing, so it doesn't even matter. Didn't even pull me out of my negative. I'm still negative.
Like overall, or just for the season?
For the season. Well, for both, but for the season. I'm like 8 games behind it overall, I think. Or something like that.
I would probably say that you're one of the best, if not the best, negative player that there is in Team Wars.
I'll hold that. Oh man.
I think you're simultaneously the only player to ever have a 10-0 and also be negative. And I think you'll always hold that.
I hope so, because that's all I got at this point. in this
Literally #1 North American player at one point, negative in Team Wars. It's impressive, man.
That's all I have at this point. So if anyone else gets it, then I'll probably just quit, to be honest. It looks like we got some good some moon plays here.
Blackwing's doing things. There's 2 Black Whirlwinds on the board. He opened double Simoon Whirlwind.
Yeah, so he's going off right now. I mean, Chris Runs is doing pretty nice though with the Rion setup. So he's like guaranteed not to die. If he uses it before a certain card could be activated.
So Hype Beast in the chat say Mia Zhao's fighting to see who will get out of negative first. Luckily, you guys, neither one of you has any chance of doing that, so that's okay.
Unless I go 10-0 next week. I actually have to go. No, I think like 9-0, some shit like that, or something like that. Sorry, I forgot we're on the main.
Are we not allowed to swear here?
I don't know. I'm not too sure how the rules are.
Now, if you're Vino here, you got this board staring you down. We haven't yet seen a one of those white cards.
Yeah, so he's gonna use the Rion now. Not gonna give him his opponent the chance to just cuck him out of that with a certain BBC in the hand. There's BBC in my hand.
It's actually I think you'll find that that's a two-hander.
Yeah, you're right.
You need two hands to have that. He does have
Yeah,
four cards in hand. How much information do we have about that? He's got the Orochi, for sure.
I think it's just that, right? Because he would have had to search the Gale of. Oh,
Gale.
I'm looking right now. So he has another Gale and an Orochi in hand. That's what he has in hand. So I imagine he might be trying to get that draw one to either get into his Necro Valley or BBC if he has it, or even Cosmic would be pretty nice to hit the Umi if it comes down to it.
And he says there's no universe in which a Blackwing player doesn't search for Necro Valley and didn't open it either. I mean, he did have a double moon hand, so...
I see it all the time. They just hard draw it. Like you don't even need to search it with the Ninja Fairy Dragon. It's so funny. I wouldn't be surprised if he just drew it right now, to be honest.
Haha, peak comedy. Nothing funnier than a Necro Valley on Chris Jones.
But I mean, Necro Valley, even if he were to get something like a certain close, that'd be pretty nice as well. A certain BBC. That's also something you want to draw against Crystron, so we'll see how this plays out.
Still, nice turn for old Nightwing here.
Yeah, made the most of what he could have out of his opponent dropping a Wabaku on the board.
Yeah, I can't help but think that the last time you and I casted, we might have casted an X Hunters game that time as well. And also made a joke about Blackwings and Nightwing.
Did we? It's been a couple weeks.
I'm getting
really
some
been
deja
able to
vu.
get.
Shout out to Guns.
Yeah. We got Buns in the chat too, so that is also a play off of Guns' name from back in the day. Well, this is other Buns, or I don't know which Buns this is. Sorry, Buns.
It's Buns. Yeah, that's Buns Draco right there. That's the guy, but he's Buns 2-2 now.
Mad weird, but okay. I can talk to him this way because we played earlier, so it's all good. So it looks like we're trying to get a Quirion set up here, but I mean, like, you can't really afford to use the effective. I guess you would see delays if he had it.
Guess we'll find out here. He's using that effect.
Yeah.
He could float into his opponent's Simoon, which would be very cool. Oh, it's all gone.
Oh.
He's got nothing. It's over. He's dead.
Nothing.
That's it.
No close.
No Necro Valley.
Necro Valley,
no close. Just Aquarian to the mouth, dude. Nice counter deck, nerd. That's what he said.
Yeah, he just eats that. There's nothing you can do about that. That sucks.
Vino moving to 3-1. Oh yeah, Andy said demote him back to Robin.
Man, that's just that matchup. You either draw Necro or Blackbird close, or they brick. It's as simple as that. That's the only way you're going to be able to win that out.
Are you snipping your nails?
No. It's funny. I am playing with my thing though. Like I have it.
What
in my hand. Yeah, I'm playing with the BBC.
Got it in both hands.
You know, I would say Mako's black. I guess Yoshizu is somewhat
You can't say that about Mako just because, like, his dad was lost. That's not cool, man. That's TOS and stuff. Come on, don't do that.
I mean, he has a lash mark on his face too.
Wow!
Okay, so we see him send the Smiger. So this could mean that his hand is not that good. Or he wants to get that impact in the graveyard. Or he just wants to get impact. He already had this friend. So
Bun saying C stealth attack, bricking.
nah, it was a bait. He's like, oh, you thought I bricked. So we see Sure and a Shizu character. 3 cards in the extra deck. I mean, you know, unless this is budget heroes, I'm thinking there's a certain other deck.
Insect?
Yeah, definitely insects. You only need 3 extra deck slots for. I can't even think of insect synchros, fusions.
What, insect synchros? There's the spider one, the underground arachnid, and then there's the what's the insects that we just got? What are they called?
Battle wasps.
Yeah, those guys. They got a synchro or 2.
Yeah, but they ain't got their tuner. Thanks, Konami.
What's their tuner? What does it do?
I think it's like, I honestly don't know what it does. I just know that they're in archetype tuner. It wasn't put in the box, and I think it's supposed to be like decent, but I don't know. I'm pretty sure the deck would still be bad. It's just more of a meme, you know.
I do want to point out that Monkey Boy did join the call, muted, but he's being polite and not trying to join mid-game. But we'll welcome Monkey Boy whenever he's ready.
Forget that. I'm here.
Hey!
How are you guys
Hey,
doing?
what's up?
We're doing well.
I'm good.
Shouz was being racist a moment ago with Mako Tsunami, so we're trying to change the subject off of that.
No, I was trying
That
to
adds
show
up.
that the movement is being appreciated in Duel Links with these 2 characters on our screen. That's what I was saying. And then he told me that Mako was not a man of color, and I was like, look at that lash mark on his face. There's no way. So that's what I said.
Actually, legitimate question is: do we know Mako's like race?
I would have to assume Japanese with a heavy
I would
tan,
as well,
His name
especially-
is Mako.
He's
last
probably
name,
just
yeah, or the full
mixed, right? I mean, you can be Blasian. That's a thing.
That's
True.
true.
That's true.
It's just a matter of if his mom was black
Where
or
your
if his
parents
dad
come
was
from,
black.
yeah.
Yeah.
How we doing up to the war in this point though? I'm currently I think my game's caught up and I'm looking at the score and everything, looking like 3-1 for FM.
And you missed a
It-
very
it-
exciting Crystron SSA mirror match.
You know, with I guess like the time of, obviously I'm joining in a little bit late relative to the start time of the war, and I expected it to be a little bit further through than like, I think it was 2-1 when I was first trying to join in, and I had to grab like a spec ID like instead of a room ID, whatever, so it took me a few extra minutes. We're only at 3-1 now.
Well, as you can
So-
see, there's a certain wet machine deck archetype on the top. So I would say that's probably the reason why we're not
Yeah.
a little bit
Suddenly
later than usual.
it's all coming together. Yeah.
I will say that the last game didn't take too long. No.
Okay.
Because they brought in Black Wings to try to counter, and they couldn't get the
Couldn't
the
do the
Necro
thing.
Valley or the
Man.
or the Blackbird close. So
I mean, yeah, it's
Yeah.
crazy though because he had such a good hand. He had like 4 cards in hand, drew an extra card with the
yeah,
Ancient Fairy
it was a
Dragon.
really good hand against any other deck. That's basically what it was.
And then Aquarian just said nah.
Yeah. I think I was talking with Heinz about this earlier. I think Black Wings probably are the hardest counter of like available options to Cristrons, but they're only that hard counter if they work. It's very much all or nothing. Like
Yeah.
there's no real in
I still
between.
have mixed feelings on that matchup. like yeah, ideally if you get the Necro Rally, they can't out it. Like yeah, but it's not impossible for them to out it.
Yeah.
I think it's more so having close at the right time that's more important.
Yeah.
So
I would say like either are huge swings in momentum in your favor.
Yeah.
But it is possible for them to open like a Cosmic Cyclone or something for sure that kind of counteracts the.
Oh,
the
you did
Black
miss. He's playing the Lightsworn engine in it, right? That's the Vino was playing it. Hines.
It is, yeah. He's actually playing Lightsworn,
Okay.
Crystron,
So that
SSA.
means that he doesn't have
Interesting.
Cosmic Heal. He has the Lila. So
Okay.
Um,
So even
I
even
mean,
safer in theory.
it's still an out to the Necro Valley, but it
Yeah.
is more susceptible to him getting Blackwood closed as well. So
So we
Yeah.
do see the
It's a give and
Aquarian
take.
Yandrax coming out here against Nightwing's single Magician's Rod.
That's
And
kinda-
he's swinging in.
that's kind of nutty. I mean, he has the thing in the graveyard, the impact, but one Kaiku says no to that. So I'm a little. Well, I guess he has Sea Stealth attack as well
Then you
to
just
protect it.
die. Like,
Yeah, all Nightwing has to do is wait for his turn, essentially.
and now Sealed Tombs is also available.
Yeah, so
See, now you guys saying that Blackwings could, I mean Monkey Boy specifically, saying that Blackwings could be the hardest counter to Crystron's, but I actually feel that Dark Magician, if played correctly, has one of the best matchups. Just based on the ability to Kaiku, chain block,
Yeah.
disrupt the tuner,
Um,
and access to Sealed Tombs as well.
See.
yeah, I was gonna say that. I think Sea Stealth loses a lot more of the Dark Magician as well because having that reliability for the Umi and the Sea Stealth attack, you essentially Dark Magician outs that like it's probably the easiest, whether it be Cosmic or Circle. I think there is a case for See You Later or non-Sea Stealth variants being able to combat Dark Magician somewhat, but I do think Dark Magician is a good deck against it as well.
And maybe it's a bit of a hot take, but as well as I guess kind of some of my like testing circle or whatnot, I feel like the general like consensus that maybe we've come to is that like I personally don't think it's as hard of a counter as some people
Blackwings?
say. Well, even just I
Or
don't
in
think
general?
DM is as hard of a counter to Crystron as some people say. Like,
Yeah,
and I can be wrong, but like in general, I think if the Crystron player is playing like well and thinking in advance on plays and setting up like proper follow-ups, I think that there's a little more room for Crystron to be able to win that. I think it's just not as straightforward. Go on.
I just saw this play happen. We saw the navigation come out, summon Dark Magicians, and it banished the Sea Stealth attack, not the Yumi, not the Quarian. That's
Ooh,
2800.
that's bold.
but the
That's what we
SSA.
call a bold
And
move.
a
It looks like
main
he's gonna
phase
just,
expanded?
yeah. He looks like he's just gonna try to go in with expanded, and he main phased it because he wanted to set that card. That's why.
I mean,
Makes
okay,
sense.
I mean, the Quirion's gone, so like he has no real out except for Black Rose.
Yeah,
And, I
Black
mean-
Rose and debuffed Samurai Destroyer and Bryanak, right? Like he still has Bryanak in the.
And
next
Brio,
game.
yeah. Or if he's even playing Black Rose, yeah, it could be either. Or. I didn't see the first two games, so I don't know if he's on Black Rose or Brio.
I mean,
Oh
I'd like to point out the other out, which is just Sea Stealth attack, which is still completely viable.
He does have the navigation of the grave now.
Yeah, and I imagine it wouldn't be too hard to be able to get that Umi off the board. But it looks like we're gonna get Lila coming down here with her sizable booty.
I
Put
think
her
to back him up a little bit, I think the concept on not banishing Umi was that it was reducing the 2500 down to 23, which let his other DM swing over.
Yeah, I agree with him doing it there as well. Because he can always banish Umi later if it comes down to it. So
No, I'm with Scorpion here. Banished Quarian in the end phase, summon a Kaiku. Can't get impact. Just, banish the
Yeah.
Quarian. What's C stealth
Oh,
vector?
yeah,
then?
yeah,
You just
in
negate
terms of
it,
going for
swing,
game?
seal tombs, like.
Yeah, I think he did potentially have that as well. I guess I don't know. Maybe he wasn't. He didn't see that like right of play.
I guess we're just gonna find out here how things are gonna go. I mean, you know, Vito's still in a position where he can fight back fairly strong.
Yeah, yeah. We got the Citri on board. Pretty much his whole extra deck, except for the non-machines, is available to him right now.
Now, Ricky in the chat saying the mills are always broken, but I do want to point out that for one of them he did mill a Ryan, a Charge, and a Citri, which is probably not ideal.
Yeah. He traded one really bad mill for one good mill.
Yeah. Evens out eventually, you know. You mill enough cards, and suddenly you've milled them all.
Yeah.
You know what? I just did the math in my head, and Monkey Boy's correct. If you've milled enough, you've milled them all.
Check the numbers.
I did. I ran.
I'm telling you, man.
Them.
There's a finite number of cards in that deck. Not everybody realizes that.
People think because it's 30 cards that it's just endless.
Sometimes, man, if you're playing Chris
Some
Johnson,
people
I know you
haven't-
do,
some people
Shaz,
have-
it does feel endless.
Some people haven't had to deck out Crystons, alright? That's what it is.
Some of us don't have the patience. That's a
So, it's
tribute
gonna
set.
tribute
so
set. He's not trying to mill his whole deck now. He's not trying to get decked out as we were just saying. So, gonna clear one of the Dark Magicians, leaving space for the potential navigation.
Well, let us do a little tuner count here, shall we? Got the Undino, the Ryan,
Okay.
the Citri,
The
another
second
Ryan,
Ryan.
number 2. And let me just take a little gander at that banish spot. We got a Citri and a Citri,
Oh my God.
and that is all the tuners.
He only has one Undyne left, or not Undyne, controller. That's the last.
Is he running 2?
I mean, I assume you would run 2 if you're running Lightsworn engine. I feel like that's kind of risky. I guess if you have to fit all that in, right? Maybe not, but
Yeah.
we'll see. Regardless of what, you're not really gonna be making much out of that tuner, anyways. Based on what's on the board right now, level 8 synchro. So, but I mean, as you can see, he's giving them back one of the tuners. So.
True. And he has gone through, is it 1 or 2 impacts? I'm checking. 1.
That's impact set, I'm pretty sure. He searched it.
Yeah, so total available impacts are the set one and then possibly one more.
Just
Well,
unrelated.
we still do have the navigation set.
An unrelated anecdote here.
I'm not,
is
in the
I
graveyard.
have 2 dogs having a conversation in their sleep. They're both streaming and just like woofing away at each other, and it's
Oh,
just
awesome.
adorable. And I just thought you guys might want to know.
some good cats.
Perhaps I'm
Yeah,
wrong.
doggies are they're good boys.
Yeah. But no, yeah, the reason I was trying to check available impacts is because, it's a good point that you point out, Shaz, is there is still a live Nav in the grave, so he would, if he was going to try and get a tuner back with Nav, he'd need, or with Impact, he'd need several to push through Nav.
But
We do see that Brian come through, but we do have the navigation to counter it.
he sees the threat in the Brio. I agree.
He
Like,
says,
Brio's
"Hell no."
probably the only threatening sync. Oh, what?
What? Oh,
He's
no.
time out again!
Oh,
Oh
no.
my god.
Dude!
Come on, bro.
Yo, that match
Sadness.
report is going to look hilarious, though.
He had that in the bag. He literally handed that to him, bro.
Oh my lord! How many times how many times this weekend in competitive matches have we seen DM specifically time out against Crystron? I know it happened in like top 8 or top 4 of I think it happened in top
it was
4
in top 4,
of
yeah.
MCS.
Yeah.
It was Autumn versus Neg, game 1.
And he essentially, I remember he was winning that game, right? Like, for sure. Like, I don't think he had game that turn, but he was in a positive position, I'm pretty sure, and then he timed out against Neg. I
Let's be
remember
honest,
when that's what
nobody has a guaranteed win against -1.
I feel like Neg maybe had it, but I could be wrong.
Was can someone in the chat fact check that? I
If anybody knows
I
for
know it
sure,
was just yesterday, yeah. I could have
Yeah,
sworn that he was in a commanding position, but somebody in chat will know.
I could be wrong, but I just know, like, obviously, Neg's on my team, so I'm watching from, like, a, kind of
I
biased
guess,
perspective or have a
yeah.
vested interest. I could be wrong. I actually don't remember 100%, but
I want to
feel
say
like
that
it was.
Destiny in the chat said Max K been in the hyperbolic time chamber, which is why he hasn't timed out. And I feel like that's the only way he hasn't timed out. he has 10 years to think for every minute.
He just has that like who
Rod and
who has that ability to slow down, like just to slow down time to think.
In what?
In any
anime?
media, like there's some point, there's some media, like either game or anime or something, where they just could just slow down time to think about what they want to do, like mid like confrontation or
Was that
whatever it
Sherlock
is.
in the Robert Downey Jr. movies?
Maybe.
Remember, like he's like right hand, left hook, to dodge the knee,
Oh, sure. Yeah.
and plans it all out, and then time resumes.
Man, it's been a long time since I've seen those movies. Those were entertaining.
So we got another or no, was that Nightwing that just lost, or
It was
Yeah,
Nightwing that
Nightwing's
just
Yeah,
lost.
it was
and now
Nightwing.
so we
Candy
got
back through.
another
Candy coming back.
Another Ishizu 3 extra deck 20 card
Three
deck.
extra. Why would you run 3 extra deck?
Yeah, I feel like that's a bit like
But yeah,
I ain't bluffing
that-
nothing, bruh.
you
I
ain't bluffing
can't
shit.
describe how much that bugs me. Because like you could bluff Hero, absolutely.
Yeah, you very well
like you
could.
100% could if you ran
Yeah.
6 extra deck cards.
He's okay.
Or
Yo,
even-
I want
even-
to just hold up. Okay, we're not Monkey Boy. Don't be disrespecting Kanda by disrespecting his one Anki, one Dangerous, one Trinity heroes. Okay, he doesn't have enough money to go through each box
Or
3
old
times.
cards, they
It
weren't
only
really
takes-
worth it.
It only takes one Trinity to kill someone, bro.
Yeah,
Canadia doesn't come up that often anymore. All right, he doesn't run any decks that run needle sealing. He didn't
Yeah, you
need
only
3
need-
Anki. Come on.
You only
Cut him
need
some
one
slack.
Anki. Nah, you only need the one Anki, bro.
Yeah,
One
one
1400 to the face is all you need.
Gears aren't relevant anymore. You tell me why he's going into that deck or into that box 3 times.
he plays Chalice
Nah.
Current. Don't worry about it.
He hacked the game. He has the nice hard normal summon Kaiku is kind of nice,
I mean,
but
And Dark Magician off the circle, so we did get a little plus a Rooney there. And Celebrity Circus going in on that Citry.
oh man, we need to get Circus to get that young Kaiku cosplay in that
Oh man, that'd
right
be
side of the
great.
mask. Right side mask. So I mean, he does have he can still go for Sulfenir play next turn,
true. Yep, he can still summon out of the grave. You just can't banish.
and I imagine it's a impact set maybe.
Also, definitely possible.
We got Lila coming out.
Would you
Okay.
impact in the? No, you wouldn't bother because there's already an impact in the graveyard. Oh,
Well,
yeah. Well, the
Yeah,
Kaiku's
yeah,
gonna
yeah. The Kaiku. So yeah, you still probably wouldn't use it in the end phase. He's gonna navigate now to.
I guess clear Lila, right? It's a threat to the circle.
Yeah,
Yeah.
unfortunately, you kind of have to. It's not the ideal time to ideally drop that, but
Well, shows
I
that.
would be kind of scared of. I guess you don't have a choice, but I'm definitely scared of. Oh, I guess he doesn't have it. Okay, just gonna clear the Kaiku, I guess. I was gonna say I'm scared. I would be scared of him using Sulfenir to bring out a Citry, and then just going for. Oh wait, no, he's playing Brio. I'm sorry, I'll shut up.
All right.
yeah, no Black Rose.
Well, don't shut up for too
Yeah,
long because I
it's
do
a-
have a question for you, Mr. Shouse. So, Monkey
Yes.
Boy and I were talking a little bit earlier. We were conversing about, different card animations and things, and we were discussing one that was recently added to the game. Now, it is on the card art of Navigation, so that's what brought it to my attention. How do you feel about the new Dark Magician Girl animation?
I think it's very well animated.
All right. You heard it here first. That's King of the Weebs right there.
There it is. We
yeah.
baited him into, as I believe it was described in chat earlier, simping over
I will
DMG.
sing over anybody if you ask me to. Okay, so
You know, if you're gonna do it, you gotta be shameless. I respect
yeah,
that.
I've never been so happy in my life when I saw a certain Queen of the Simps come back last week. I don't know if I'm allowed to say it on stream, but the cultured beings will know in chat. So
Was she back?
yeah, a certain someone who's known for selling a certain liquid within her tub, to say the least.
Wait, what the?
Like I said, cultured.
I don't go
cultured
this
beings
deep
will know.
into the Twitch lore, man.
It's a cultured being will know in the chat. Let's just say that.
Whoa.
I'm trying to keep it as vague as possible without exactly saying it.
He's
That's
talking about Belle Delphine.
Shell's bought it.
Shell's,
I may or may not have dwelled into that.
Oh, Shows. This isn't a co-cast, Shaz. This is an intervention. I'm sorry.
No, man.
Put the
look,
sign
Very
up.
elaborate way for us to get
Our
you
Lord
here,
and
but
Savior is back from her solitude. We cannot ignore that. All right, Hypebeast, if you don't get out the chat with that straight lie, all right. We were talking about this earlier. This man's bugging. You don't know what you're talking about.
Oh man.
I'm sorry. We
Civil
gotta
War,
talk about what's
Civil War.
actually going on.
yeah,
Wait, did he
we're potentially just seeing some game here.
I'm pretty sure
there
it's
it
just
is.
people.
Nice.
Don't worry about
I'm
it.
sorry.
Yeah,
I'm
push us
sorry.
through.
I let my simp persona take over. I'll
Persona, yeah. you let your normal human being persona
just
fall
a thing you
away.
pretend to do sometimes.
me pretending to be myself.
when you stop faking for 2 minutes.
Oh man.
You hear how heated he got when Hypebeast said "Okay, Boomer Girl"? He's like, whoa.
Doesn't even know.
Oh yeah, dude. Shows was out for blood and bathwater.
Bloody bathwater. Is that time of the month
no,
already?
No.
Yeah, that's only for the highest of Patreon teams. So and that's something I would know. So, all right, I'm gonna just
Tampon like a tea bag.
Shaz, you're digging a hole deeper and deeper, man. We're gonna cut you off while you're behind.
So yeah, Dark Magician Girl animation. Shows likes it. Anyway.
Yep. There you go.
I mean,
sorry I brought it up.
I
I
like-
seem
I
to
like
have awakened something.
I like all of the female gendered monster card special animations in the game. So
Isn't that
I mean, I
Cyberblader
also
and
like-
Dark
I
Magician
also
Girl? Isn't that
like-
like it?
How do you feel about
there's
Yubel?
there's Harpy ladies, Harpy Lady Sisters, Yubel, Silent Magician level 8.
Oh yeah,
Um,
Silent Magician level 8. I'm sorry, I can't even believe I forgot that. That's
This
one of the
man's
best
whipping out
animations.
the
I think there's an-
encyclopedia.
I think there's another one. Hold up, Cyberblader, as you said. Cyberblader's. I got 2.
Who
Prismatic
remembers that Cyberblader exists? What?
I remember she exists
Hello?
because I have 2 Cyberbladers Prismatic, both drops just from auto dueling. So like I can't forget.
Yeah,
that
well,
she
I have the
exists.
sexiest
I think I
monster
have one
drop,
from-
and it is Ojama King Prismatic.
Ooh, I think I
Yeah.
have that as well. I'm pretty sure I have.
I
one
kinda
of
wish I had
each of
that.
those.
I was super hyped for Ojamas when GX came out. Me and my friend would discuss it a lot. It's like, there's no way they're just gonna put Ojama King in the game. Like that literally just says like,
it
like,
just wipes your
says
whole,
no.
all your zones.
And then they did it, and I was like, wow, okay. But then Cyber Angels were just took the spotlight. So
Honestly, Snippets,
Ooh.
you're gonna unlock her Nutea in like 3 hours anyway, so I would say go
Snippets, if
duel her
you,
until she normal summons it, or summon the new one with Lily Yugi, like DSOD.
Or if you YouTube it. I know that somebody
yeah.
earlier for Heinz and I dropped a link. There's one that compares like the old one versus
I
easy.
first saw
Or
it.
vis- new.
I first saw it yesterday when I was just auto dueling against the Nutea, and she summoned it off of
Interesting how you say
the
you can
thing.
auto duel and see an animation shadows. We all know that's impossible. Caught you in a lie, lawyered.
Police, arrest Shows.
Oh, you know what? You know what? I
Under
think
No,
this
suspicion
no,
is
no,
of
when
don't,
lying.
don't,
I was-
don't call police near shouts this time.
Alright, I'll just stop. Fine.
Contentious.
We see 21 card Shizu, so I probably believe this would to be heroes considering.
Most likely. Yep,
Considering
especially
the-
considering they get a chosen counterpick.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, heroes, right 9 times out of 10 should be able to beat Dark Magician.
The real Andy Sang says Sniffus gets off the armed dragon animations, and I want to say that's coming straight from his own teammate, so that's guaranteed to be true.
That,
Yeah, that is
Yeah.
that is fact. Without,
straight
without
from
a
the
doubt.
source.
That's one larger armed Sniffus.
Kawaki sealed tombs. Shane's prediction.
Sniffus armed dragon's panties.
Alright, so here's
Straight up not facts.
here's another test of who's probably a real human being and who's a drone. Which Dark Magician is the best one? So the red one, the Arcana one, the OG one, which is the weird looking one. The other OG one, which is the one that doesn't look weird, and then the new one.
Thanks for clearing that up. I'm gonna go with the anime artwork. I'll answer first. I'm gonna go with anime purple guy.
Yeah, I'm going with the anime purple guy for sure.
Yeah, see, that's how I know you guys are drones, because there's no other correct answer for the Arcana one. There's no like the way he
Arcana
crosses
one's
his
a good
arms,
second.
bro,
It's a good
The way
second.
he crosses his arms is just so like smug.
Oh, man.
I like
Just-
juiced up DSOD second, honestly.
Nah, that's that boy's on roids, bro. We don't need
Yeah,
that
I'm like,
around here.
man, he's been putting dumbbells on either side of that magician's rod.
he put the true meaning to Ultimate Wizard in terms of attack.
Yeah, no doubt.
Like,
Like, see, like, look at young Slimness over here coming out the first one.
Look at scrawny arms Dark Magician. Man,
Yeah.
that dude can barely lift a pencil up.
He's barely holding that damn rod. Be real.
And Dark Magician's like that a SpongeBob episode where he throws the 2 marshmallows on the side of something. Tries to bench press it and his
Yeah, I
arms
remember
snap
that,
off.
Yeah. That was the Anchor Arms episode, right?
It might have been, man. It's been a while. All I know is that I don't trust Skinny Arms Dark Magician. That is hashtag not my Dark Magician.
You got a CC coming up. Chain to the mass change. So
I
he
think
will be
I'd-
able to do some damage to this board.
I think I'd like to get my my old peener tattooed like magician's rod here, like the rod itself, because
Wait a minute.
it'll go well with my Green Prince Albert jewel.
What the? Hello?
Oh man, I'm only laughing because I've seen it.
Well, I mean, we used to have the Bloods RNG team showers. It was mandatory. Jay
Yeah.
used to make us.
It's mandatory.
So he said it was team bonding.
Exactly.
Yep.
I was
So gonna take
I was really confused when I switched over to the Pharaohs and they didn't have that. I thought it was just every team did that.
Yeah, you thought it was a standard in the Team Wars community.
Yeah, I was really confused. I joined the.
We actually
the showers,
care.
I
We
put-
actually
turned
care
the
about our
webcam
players.
off.
So
Nah,
we
that's
actually
the
care
time.
about our players. So we need every amount of bonding as possible. So
Oh, for sure.
yeah, I'm sure
Alright,
Tier
so-
0 is a very cultured team as well.
Oh, for sure. Yep.
We
No,
got
do,
a second circle coming out. So I imagine any other Dark Magician player has the helmet tied tight to their heads. So they're gonna have another way to get off another navigation activation.
Yami says, "Ask Monkey Boy about team bonding. What does Tier 0
What
do for
the-
team bonding exercises?"
What
Oh, he
the-
didn't grab anything off the circle.
Does it
This is
just
not a
feel
true Dark
tragic when
Magician
you watch
player.
it? Yeah, like
I don't know who this is. This is not the Conda that I know.
Yeah, that's looking like game. Most
Yeah.
likely. Unless it's is there anything it could be? Tretch would be dead.
Yeah, Tretch is dead.
Clash, I suppose.
Yeah, White's Red Ruin.
Widespread Ruin would be really good here.
It would be a big brain tech. I mean, it's one of those.
Most Dark Magicians are known for teching one widespread ruin, so there's roughly a 1 in 20 chance that it could be that card. That is the standard meta build.
Actually, now I think him having that normal summon Celestial. Oh, okay.
Oh, I mean, that's still.
It's still lethal, yeah.
I mean, it would have
Yeah,
been
that's
kind of
just it.
funny if Celestial had swung in first, but
Yeah, that would have been. I mean, it would still be lethal. That's the funny part, right? Or would it be? No, it wouldn't
No,
be.
not
It wouldn't
anymore.
be.
Or it wouldn't have been, no. But
Yeah,
I also
so-
don't know why you'd swing into the monster with.
the ultimate
Yeah,
helmet
that
in
would
be-
terms of attack.
that'd be pretty
It wouldn't have been lethal even if Celestial crashed at that point. Like, even if there was like a dead back row.
Yeah.
Masco Changeo.
Yep. And that's game. Heroes doing hero stuff.
And that's how you prevent COVID, ladies and gentlemen. Keep that mask on. This little bit of health advisory there.
Thank you, Mr. CDC.
Yeah, because you put the mask on, you turn into this massive
Just
black Power Ranger.
Dog.
Totally not going to be susceptible to the boys in blue, but it's all good. Is that Mock Dragon in the chat? Oh
What
man,
the? Oh, he's alive.
where did
Mock,
this man
what's up,
come
man?
from? What's good, Mock?
Very long time no see.
Exactly.
Now, he was here earlier. He was the one that brought up the Arm Dragon
okay.
Dragon
I just
animation
wasn't
that
paying attention
Sniffus cranks it to.
He's the
I thought it was Andy that said that.
Well,
I thought
no,
you said Andy
but
said
Mock
that.
Dragon brought it up first that the
okay.
animation was cool. And
Okay,
then
I see, I
Sniffus
see.
had brought up something in like a voice chat to Andy about something like that.
Something like that. Yeah.
Alright, though, we got yet another Crystron coming in. I would say definitely a matchup Hero can win, but, I mean, Crystron in general, known for being generally the strongest deck, so.
Now, don't worry, Sniffus. I got your back, man. I won't let them say anything untrue about you. We established we're friends earlier. I can assure you guys, Sniffus does indeed really, really like the animation of Arm Dragon level 7. Like, a lot.
Yeah.
A lot.
Like, let's just say that Sniffus gets a little bit of a level up himself when he sees the Arm Dragon level 7 come out. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, he doesn't even need the spell card to resolve the effect. It kind of just happens, you know.
Yeah, after Sniffus hits his standby phase. He gets ready.
And Sniffus, he goes standby phase, activate Oja match. Oja match. I mean, sorry,
Activate
that's
beat
not how to
off.
say
I
it.
mean beat down.
Keeps his level 10 in his hand. I like it.
Sniffus likes Arm Dragon so much, he doesn't keep it in his hand, he keeps it in his arms.
You know, it's funny too. Arm
What's
Dragon
that?
is one of those. Is probably the only level-based monster, I guess, that you activate level up, and you can actually go backwards with it as well.
Wait, really? What?
Oh, yeah,
Hello?
because
the
text
word
says-
text.
Yeah, that's true.
Because it also
What's the word
says,
text? I don't like know the
Because it
exact
mentions
wording
both.
of these cards off my hand.
it mentions both. I think level 3 and level 7, right? Is that what it is?
Like Arm Dragon level 5 does?
Oh,
Yeah, it's either the Arm Dragon level 5 mentions both, or Arm Dragon level 7 mentions both level 10 and level 5.
Oh, man,
So,
let's see if I can
and the
find
way
some research.
level up is worded is I'm pretty sure you can summon whatever it says in the text. So, hey Sham, you don't know me, bro. I used to play when Nova Mortis started popping off with Ojamas. That was my deck, bro. I used two of my top 100 tickets from that from back in the day for Prisma Oja matches because I already had one Prismatic. No, I'm not Nova. I could never claim that, bro. Nova is Nova. I will say this: I am 1-0 against him in the Ojama mirror match, but I won't bring that up.
I won't bring that
Yeah,
up because it's back to
Sounds like you guys have very thoroughly tested that based on the 1-0s. Definitely not one guy just sacked the other.
I think it was this was before we would play it with synchros, so it was the with the Ojama simulation, and I think I just so happened to hard draw the card that like wins the mirror match, which is whichever one pops the sets monsters.
You guys
And-
hear this fake fan who doesn't even know the cards?
Right, it's been like 2
Get outta
years,
here.
bro. It's been so long. I barely remember. I haven't touched Ojamas in forever. All right, we got this plasma though. Plasma's
So-
coming out.
So we have a plasma. Now that being said,
It's just it's a very big mirror match, right? Don't discriminate.
That'll
But
come
you
up a
got
lot.
the
no, but worth noting is that from the Crystron side, being conscious of or at least likely being conscious of a plasma coming out, did not put any Crystron monsters on board that are going to let plasma boost up too high.
Yeah,
So, still some
So-
threats that can come out from like a 2500 or
he can
anything in the
easily
2Ks
make it
really.
too, because
Yeah.
he definitely has the impact, and then he has not only Gen X controller in hand, but as well Sulfoneer, which is likely active. So
Yep.
to easily be able to swing over, but you honestly, it's kind of hard for the hero player to not like want to go plasma, because outside of that, the matchup is like really garbage.
Yeah, Hero's very predicated on essentially you need to either have a way to Tombs and OTK that turn, or have a way to Plasma and get Plasma above, ideally the 2600 threshold, I guess.
Yeah, because I don't think it'd be really hard to make a Quirion under plasma. You'd have to have like double impact Sulf or something weird like that.
Yeah. But yeah, I mean, I'm hesitant to call it a premature Plasma here.
Yeah, I
Just 'cause,
was
like,
gonna
you
say
know-
that too. Maybe he could have waited a bit for it.
It's hard to say. I mean, like, how many options do you have staring down a, completely set up Crystron board that's ready to do combos and whatnot? But also, you may have to just take a chance and.
You gotta play to your
try
win
and
con
survive.
essentially, because
Yeah.
he knows that he has like, even if he didn't think that he had a Crystron card in hand, he knows that he had impact and he knows that he has the Gen X controller. So
Yeah,
it wouldn't be impossible for him to just swing over it. So
Yeah,
Would you
it's
say
a bad
that,
situation.
Premature plasma has been a problem for you in the past, or is this just something you're thinking about for this particular game?
It's it typically just comes up around you, Heinz, for me.
Okay.
It's
I
not
will
something I
say-
experience in most situations, but
no, I have
right
experienced
person.
I have experienced like a few experiences of premature plasma, and I'm not proud to say it, but it is what it is.
That's
That's where Shaw's
I've dreamt
speed came
about it,
from.
You know? That happened
I mean-
even in my sleep.
Heinz still accepts me for who I am, so that's what matters the most.
True. No one else does, but Heinz does.
Yeah, no one else.
Clarify.
That was the
Yeah,
weirdest
that's-
thing to see Plasma not even off the board yet, but in the middle of the damage step, and Samurai Destroyer's effect kind of taking over there. That was a really interesting thing to see. I don't think I've ever seen that before.
Yeah, that was kind of niche.
All right, so a certain fusion card kind of just wins him the game here. I'm kind of curious to why he.
Old Trinity. Now, Sniff
I'm
is
trying to
very
think.
interested in the armed dragon mat, which, yes, there is a level 7 mat, I believe. Oh, Vion comes through!
It's coming. I wonder if he
uh,
miscalculated lethal.
That's what I'm thinking, because I don't think you would have done this if you weren't going for game.
Yeah, he went
sends-
real
sends
in on a
Mally,
1K
too, so
and a 15
like-
in attack.
he like for sure has wow.
And he
Did
didn't
really
even
just
bother
throw this?
searching the poly.
He probably has it at this point.
Yeah, he already has it in hand, or maybe he has a second Vion in the deck.
Or he hella misplayed.
Nah,
Yeah, he
there's
just
no
clicked
way.
yes, and he was just super excited. He's like, I got this! And I wait.
He's like, wait, I don't have it.
I got this. No, I think he probably just he probably doesn't even have, or I don't know. This is just game. We know this is game.
Yeah.
There's the polymerization.
Yeah. Both Fions are engraved, by the way. So that was
Okay.
the last Fion.
I didn't even see.
I just checked.
forgot
I
that
wasn't
this
sure
is
either.
turn. I forgot it was turn 5 because usually the game's over by now.
Right.
So
A really
saying,
long hero
attack,
game.
attack Samurai Destroyer. I think that's a good idea just in case there's a sphere Karibo. Get that thing out of the way.
I agree.
Imagine he did that. That would be like.
I mean,
Alright,
it's just
for
get
your
the threat
mistake-
out of the way, right?
For your mistake, let me make a mistake.
4,000 exact lethal over the Smiche.
Nice.
Wow,
Minato takes it.
that's a pretty rough. I'm not even gonna be blunt or I'm just gonna be blunt with it and just say he threw that. Like he launched that out the window.
Yeah.
150 life off lethal. I'm pretty sure he just wasn't.
Yeah.
He just
I
had. He
think it
thought
was
he
a
had it.
miscalculation, most likely.
Because in that case, you can still give him. You can still swing over the plasma and have. Well, I guess not. You couldn't really do that, huh? He would have needed another monster besides Smiger. And I wasn't really paying attention because we were talking about premature plasma, so I wasn't sure if he had another way to just kill him. But
Swagonitis actually had he forgot to activate his sparks
he,
before he
Sparks.
attacked.
Oh,
Yeah,
yep.
makes sense.
Yep.
200
Again,
damage. That was all
another
it
one of
was.
those one-of techs that one of the meta decks right now is very known for running is Christrons do typically tech 1 Sparks in their 30 cards to
Yeah,
kind of
it's the-
counterbalance certain meta
Yeah,
matchups.
just
Well, yeah, the
for,
last gamble stall.
It's
Actually.
more so. It's more so for when you're playing the Crystron mirror match. You expect your opponent to use Cosmic Cyclone, so they'll be at 3,000, and Sparks with Quirion with the Umi up is enough for lethal.
Yeah, that's it exactly. Very, very well thought out by Shao's. I was thinking it was for the last gamble matchup, but I get it.
Nah, that's an unwinnable matchup anyway. You might as well not like side around that, you know.
I'm gonna start
You just
playing
take your
last
losses to
gamble,
last gamble.
Last gamble Cristrons.
Honestly, if it's still sent to the grave, that might be kind of busted.
It's funny because like Crystron's is one of those decks that can just chill to turn 5. So like
Turn 7.
turn 7, right? Yeah, it's turn 7 now. So yeah, even turn 7, you could even like put that. I wouldn't. Wow, I'm actually like might test that later. Hold up.
I mean,
Well,
it probably
Even if
wouldn't
you don't
hurt,
discard
but it's
it,
not gonna
though.
make it any better.
Discard, even if you don't discard, like no, you draw into your True Nate. Like you only need one Rion. To be
Why are
honest.
you playing True Nade in Crystron? What? Excuse me?
You only need one Rion to get Quirion, bro. 4 + 2
The
+ 3
deck
is
that is-
Quirion.
The deck that is generally least phased by back row and does not OTK is running True Nade.
I mean, I'm a little phased by Phoenix Chain. I don't know what you guys. Alright, not True Nade. We can play Lance and Cosmics. Or no, you can't play Cosmic because you last gamble. So Lance, Galaxy.
He's single-handedly solving
Night
the
Beam.
meta right now.
Oh yeah, I'm trying to get this Crystron to tier 0. According to DLM, it's tier 1, so I'm trying to get it on tier 0 status. And I think I'm almost there with that last
Gamble's
gamble
the way
idea.
to go.
Yeah,
Yeah,
I think you guys solved the meta.
We're just missing the early access to True Nade or the consistent access to True Nade, you know?
Yeah,
So the one thing Cristrons has been missing this whole time.
I think this is where we're gonna start running 24 card, 26 card Christians, but I'm gonna leave that to my big brain later on.
Yeah. Alternatively, what you could do for better access is you cut all of the Crystron back row, because that's going to be in the way of your new skill, which is draw, sense, spell, and trap. And then
don't even bring that up while I'm here, bro.
Nah, man.
I'm all for draw, sense, spell, and trap.
You're one
for
of
certain
True
other
Nade?
deck.
And then one of your extra deck monsters is devoted to Michael, so you can pay 1k. Think about it.
You know, I also play Michael in my certain draw, sense, spell, and trap deck that I will not try to leak on stream in case.
Yeah,
certain
because the
someone-
whole world doesn't know that you've been playing Block Dragon for 3 straight weeks.
Are you a
Shut
rock
up.
deck player?
I maybe.
Oh, so you're trash. is what you're telling me.
Nah, I'm not trash. I am actually, the deck is actually better than me. The times that I haven't done well with it is because of my own brain. It's too big for.
That's exactly what somebody who's playing a
It's
really
too-
bad deck usually says.
All right,
They're like, no, the deck's busted. It's
alright,
just
so-
I just can't.
So
every
what
time.
I'm hearing right now is a grudge match between me and Monkey Boy within the next week, where I bring
No.
Black Dragon and he can play wherever the hell he wants. It's Crystron's.
This is the Duel Links equivalent by meet me up by the flagpole after school.
Dude, last time I played a grudge match, somebody came in with faux. I don't know how it's actually pronounced. I know how it's written. Faux relinquished. The Phoenix deck mixed with relinquished,
That sounds mad cancerous.
and I lost to it.
This is a long time
So
ago.
you can't
This
even-
was
you can't
a.
even
For,
really
I'm curious
speak
if
to
anybody even knows what this is, but this was a throwback to Harambe, and
Yeah,
I
that's
did
that's an
a
old
monkey
one. That's
match.
like an
I'm trying to
old-
remember. I think I was around for that, but
Soup casted it, if it jogs your memory at all. We did
What I
a
remember,
we did a
the
pick 3
relinquished deck-
decks.
the relinquished deck I remember from back in the day was with the Ancient Gear. You would just play the Ancient Gear Golem, and you would play the skill to just to normal summon him,
Oh,
and you would also play Lava
yeah.
Golems as well.
And then you would also use the Sonic Birds and the Senjus. I remember that too.
Yeah.
Did you just tell me I'm getting kicked off my team after this cast?
Yeah, you just essentially incriminated yourself to
I
losing.
just
to that
outed
deck.
myself.
I like
Well,
that
to be
Trinity
fair, I'm
was
pretty sure the
only
deck.
out to
I'm pretty
top
sure the
deck.
deck I brought was might have been Psychics, like very, very much past Psychics Prime. I can't remember what it was, but it was something bad for sure.
I mean, it was a monkey match, so
Yeah,
you guys
Yeah, I think
weren't
we both
gonna
played
play
it.
For
your
real
top.
though, shout out to Harambe. Like I remember he what did he run? He run that Dragoon, or excuse me, Gladiator Beast. Was it Gladiator Beast AG or was it Red Eyes AG? I just know that he's out here playing
Both.
AG and everything.
Yeah, he
Wait.
played like 30 card Red Eyes Ancient Gears at one point, and Gladiator Beast Ancient Gears at one
And he
point.
would
He
just
also
do well with it.
he also invented Snipe Hunter Red Eyes Last Gamble. I'm pretty sure.
Yes, he did. Yes, that is
Yep.
absolutely
Yep.
true. And
you
he played
did
Magnets
a couple
a lot
zombies
as
to the
well.
grave, or like a res to the grave, and then you drop your Snipe Hunter and you Last Gamble for like 6, and you just blow your opponent's whole field out.
Yeah, he was just like, if my deck has a normal summon in it, I'll play an Ancient Gear Golem.
Oh man. Alright, let's try to
Yeah.
comprehend what's on the street.
Yeah,
It's
man.
Element Sabers. I always lose track of what's going on when it's Element Sabers. I'm just like,
Yeah, for real.
What I'm
Um,
seeing right now is not a lot of card advantage going on right now on the side of
It's a very
Element Sabers?
back and forth game, actually, considering
I mean,
we don't have a
Yes,
Celestial engraved, so we're not plussing too hard.
that's true. That's fair.
Trinity is about the only thing that's gonna be able to do something, but now with this Alistair going to the grave and invocation, it's
Yeah,
looking like a wrap for
likely
the
a-
boy.
Yeah, likely a Purg coming up that's going to do some strong board wiping for probably lethal here.
Yeah, and I don't think he has I don't think he sealed tombs because he sealed tombs the turn prior, so it's
Yeah.
looking like game.
Feels bad, man.
I fusion summon a monster.
And based on the graveyard from Heroes, because we clearly weren't paying attention. Didn't look like we
Was
couldn't get a
paying
Celestia
attention.
engraved, which is kind of unfortunate.
Yeah. Also, yeah, sorry if we're not dropping the most competitive casting for you guys this time around. I showed up to the night stream. It's been a long day, man.
Duel Links.
Yeah,
after
we're
hours.
we're all pretty like sad boys right now, so
Yeah.
we're just trying to recuperate, you know.
I myself have taken some pretty rough L's today, so I'm just trying to, come in here and have fun with my friends. Hopefully give you guys a good co-cast.
Yeah, it's just a nice entertaining casting.
Yeah.
We essentially know what the meta is at this point. So,
Yeah, that's really the biggest thing is that the meta is not exactly fresh. Unless we see something that is absolutely different, it's just really not going to be.
it's essentially
anything
saying
new.
the same thing over and over again. You know.
Yeah, which don't get me wrong, I'm great at
It's
that.
not-
I'm happy to do it.
Yeah. Like we still do it, but you know, there's just a lot more room for other things to be
Clowning.
said.
So Cosmic did take the win there, just to actually consider the actual match state. You know, the game state doesn't necessarily matter every time, but Cosmic took the win there against Minato, and he
Very
beats the
much
score
needed win
3-5.
because that was probably going to be a repeat, which they would have to burn, and also like just a lot more momentum for Forbidden Memories.
Yeah. Things
So-
would have really started to slide in the direction of FM. Obviously, FM's been carrying a lead this whole time, but you know, eventually team starts to run away with kind of the score.
Yeah.
Interesting.
We're
to
gonna
see
see,
the mirror Matt here, and Shaoz, that's your favorite boy, right?
That is my favorite 5Ds guy. Boy.
Heinz, should score be 6-3?
They
on
should
FM
indeed.
side?
Fixing
Nice.
it as we speak.
Leo
Nice.
was the definition of a goat near the end of the season, so that's why I think highly of him.
Big Leo guy.
Shaoz
Yeah,
actually just has a
he's the
crush
boy.
on his sister.
No, I'm not. You already know who I have a crush on from 5Ds.
I
You
don't
don't
know if you
have
guys
to-
heard it, but my girlfriend said you in the background because I think she thought that I meant that Shaoz has a crush on his own sister, but I meant his sister.
Which is still pretty bad because Leo's sister is like 6.
My
so-
family is lucky that I don't have a sister. I mean,
What?
So we got a
no.
whole set coming from Minato. This is almost his whole hand. I would suspect this to be a certain zombie type archetype that is on fire, but we got a
Most
Lapula coming
likely.
out, which is kind of interesting.
At this
So-
point, I think the biggest questions for Sabers are like, okay, am I playing level duper level or playing against level duper level Og, and what kind of back row do I need to start figuring out to play around?
Yeah, I mean, they all do get level Og, I'm pretty sure, except for maybe like 2 of them. But I don't know. I don't think Leo gets level dupe.
Does he not? Let me check.
I don't think so because I checked.
I think he
I checked
does.
earlier when I was building my deck to see who gets it, and I think it was Yusei. For sure, Crow, but I don't remember what the third one
Let me
was.
check.
There's only
I'm gonna
3.
get that.
You might be right, actually.
I'm pretty sure there's only 3 that get that skill.
Crow, Yusei, and Akiza. Yep,
Yep.
Very interesting.
Yeah.
those are
Alright.
the only 3. So, is that possibly a misplay to play Shiro with Leo?
Nah, I mean,
Not a
I
huge
think you
one,
play-
but like, why give
I-
info that you don't need to? You know?
I'm
think,
a big fan of Yusei just because of the ties that bind potential.
Exactly.
Yeah,
same.
I use Yusei as well, but if I was gonna choose out of those 3, it probably would still be Yusei because I don't really care about Crow, and you guys
You're not
already
about
know
to tell
how.
me you don't like Akiza.
I mean, she's no Carly, so
I
What?
mean, Akiza is.
Yeah, thank
reserved
God she's
for
no
all
Carly because
things.
Carly's trash.
okay.
Oh boy, here we go. This is-
So when do you want a grudge match?
I was gonna say,
knew it
all
was
my
coming.
Akiza decks are reserved for what grows
I'm
in the graveyard.
I have off work or I have my day off this week is Wednesday and Sunday, so or no, it's
He
Wednesday
gets out
and
of
Saturday.
school and can meet me at the flagpole at 3:30. So,
Bet.
Greg is leaking our relationship status in the chat, but I appreciate you, Greg.
yeah, what the heck, Greg? That was
That is true as well. What Sniffus has said, especially coming in as the second deck, you don't know if it's going to be Shiranui or Dark Magician.
Yeah.
And that's really important in this matchup because if it is, you would tend to try to rush the Lapula if you think it's Dark Magician. So
Mhm.
and then they summon Squire on you and you're like, oh snack, and then
Yeah.
that's it.
That's a
Oh,
weird
Trap
looking
Dexter,
dark
who knows,
magician.
bro. Trap shout out to Trap in the chat. He knows what's up. All right. I've never seen so much fact put into 3 words right there.
Yeah,
It's
okay.
seven words if you include the rest of what he said.
Everybody
Monkey Boy,
gets
do you want
their
to
own
find this
wrong
very
opinion.
contentious? Watch this. Shadows, which one is top tier? Is it Dark Signer Carly or regular Carly?
I already know.
I
this
love
answer.
all. I love all Carly, but if I had to choose, regular Carly, I appreciate more.
See, that's
but I
just
love both.
incorrect. That is just
Yeah, you just
objectively wrong.
I can't be
she's
objectively
she's
wrong.
not even she's not even supposed to be like. There's clearly one that's supposed to be more attractive.
I never
and
said
you're
I
picking
never
the
liked
wrong
regular
one.
Carly. I said I like all Carlys.
No,
Greg.
I know, but I'm saying there's clearly
No, I'm
one that's
talking to
supposed to be like
Greg.
the.
Greg out here trying
Oh,
to
okay.
expose me. All Carlys matter, right? That's exactly what MA said. I like
Mark,
both
don't
Carlys,
you turn
but I
on me.
prefer the one
Mark.
with the swirly glasses. All right.
Mark,
I'll give you a
not you
swirly.
too.
Liking that.
Y'all just lucky that they didn't give baby girl any good skills. All right. You best
Doesn't
believe
she have
I'm
draw,
playing
sense,
her.
spell,
With,
and trap?
yeah, I was about to say that. You best believe I'm playing her with Block Dragon. And damn, this is looking like lethal, and it is.
51 farm damage, man.
Yeah, that's farm damage. She got that extra dual assessment.
Oh my god,
Yes,
Mark's
see,
comment in the chat. Normal Carly is
MA
an
knows, bro.
undercover
MA
pretty.
knows what's good, man. MA Trap, they know what's up. That's how I know.
my.
That's how I know who's a real boy in the chat, man.
Alright, well, Minato won despite the
Pinocchio
character
ass.
choice of Leo. For real though, that's something that we've seen from a player on each team now. Is just a little bit
I
of.
modded an attorney, and you did not use normal Carly or for regular Carly. What do you mean by that? Oh, you mean in Well, how do you know what I used? Excuse me.
That was so.
When?
For block track.
But when? What are you talking about? Oh, you mean when? Okay, I think I know what he's talking about. So this was I think he's talking about. Nah, it wasn't the.
Show's on the stand again.
It was not the Meta Weekly because I didn't play. It was the PCT or it was one of those week. It wasn't the Meta Weekly. It was one of those other tournaments. And I think I played. What's that bitch's name? I mean, what's that girl's name?
The.
Damn, what's her name? From GX. Not Blair. I played Blair. And the only reason why I played Blair was because I was leveling her up prior when I was using it in the KC Cup.
Just
Yo,
use
and then
level
I-
augmentation, nerd. Hello? That's how you get your level up higher faster.
My dad's in the FBI. I don't gotta worry about nothing, alright?
I feel like that makes you a more prime suspect.
No,
Or
it makes
more
me. It
closely watched.
gives me immunity. That's what it is. That's
Yo,
why I haven't
okay.
been locked up yet. All right.
You tell it when you tell it to the people who are stabbing you to death in prison.
Okay, sure. Because I'm not about to just tell them to bend over or anything. But
Yeah, okay.
we got an Aster versus Leo. Very interesting matchup to say the least.
Mm-hmm. Aster versus Leo, so likely some heroes coming in.
Well, that's why I made it up to her by playing her only after the fact. All right, Greg. So leave me alone.
I heard Show's Carly isn't even max level.
Wait, what'd you say? You said Shao's Carly is new max level?
No,
Yeah,
she's not even max level.
What? I hit Carly and Dark Signer Carly, the first two that I hit when they for max level when they released the update. They're literally
Yeah,
the
okay.
only two that I have at level 40.
To
So
be fair,
you
I
both-
think that's honestly the only two that anybody did because they're the only two with useful cards.
No, I did it because I actually care for the character.
You know how high his voice
I
got?
haven't touched spellbooks or fortune ladies yet since then. So
The indignation. What?
So upset.
because you guys out here trying to expose me and I don't appreciate it, all right? God damn. We got heroes with Shirinoya on the screen. God damn it. Stratos about to pop that back row. It's gonna get chained.
Yeah,
or
it
Ballista
is.
Squad.
I know what it is. Yeah, Pride Chain or Ballista's most likely, but could be
I-
a lot of things.
I actually haven't heard Chow's this upset since we found out he couldn't eat chicken.
Oh my god.
Wait, what?
Get out of here, bro.
Chow,
You guys have a good night. You know, I already took a fat L earlier today. I don't need another one. We're out of playoffs. I feel like crap. And then I come in here and you guys shame me about Carly and chicken. I can't.
Let's define can't eat chicken.
He gets
Like,
a tummy ache if he has.
mentally or physically.
No,
okay.
I can't eat chicken. I love chicken.
That's not what I hear from somebody else in the voice chat.
Yeah, well, somebody else in the voice chat can eat my ass.
Maybe if you're in that cosplay again. Here, I'll put a picture on screen.
Oh my god. I have a. Did you see? I showed you the emote for it, right?
What? There's an emote?
Yeah,
no, you didn't show me that.
Hype made a emote.
Oh gosh.
He made two. He made one with a mask on for COVID and one without.
So Monkey Boy, there's a really weird picture that Jay found one time while we were on Bless RNG together, and
Okay.
it's just like some guy dressed up as Alexis. I think it's a guy. I'm not really sure, but it's
Okay.
But we made a joke
It's-
that it's Shao's, and we called it alluring Shao's during the alluring of Alexis event. So I guess the hypebeast must have made an emote of it. That's what it is. It's just.
Yeah, it's been a recurring meme in our small family. I'm gonna put it in the Team Wars general chat for anyone that wants to see.
Oh, that would be perfect.
Nice.
Yes.
I'm ready.
Exclamation mark Discord in the chat. That is. Yeah, I can't tell if it's a woman, like if it's an ugly woman, or just a dude.
I mean, those are some massive tits for it to be a dude.
I mean,
So-
you can stuff any bra.
I mean, you can. Don't get me wrong, but like. All right, we got plasma coming out.
Ew, just from that emo?
Heinz.
So
We
now-
potentially have game coming out. Actually, most likely
Yeah, this
do.
is change coming out
to
right
be
now.
able to read for
Easy.
Karibo.
Yeah.
Yep.
Poor
All right.
Leo, dude. He didn't deserve this.
Yeah,
He didn't. Leo didn't have a very playable hand.
Yeah.
I'm guessing a lot of normal summons and a lance, which is not the most.
Yeah, that's not exactly
not the most
what you wanna
threatening
see
thing.
Against, not
Against
exactly
hero.
what you want to see against heroes. Yeah.
Yeah.
I want to point out that
Honestly, technically, the lance would have helped in a situation of like match change. But
yeah, but
obviously, heroes have so much
He has
removal.
Stratos to just
Yeah.
deal with it.
Sniffus
If
got
it ever
upset when
gets
we
to
got
that point,
on topic.
then yeah. What happened?
Sniffus got upset that we got on topic. Look at that. Wow, plasma summoning animation really killed this mood.
Yeah, I
you guys,
wasn't really
you guys
paying
want us to be
attention.
less focused?
I wasn't really paying attention until I saw Plasma out here, like just in that sea of like, I want to say like,
I'm thinking
Demon
blood.
blood
He
or
says it's the
something.
life force
Yeah.
of all things.
yeah,
His name is Plasma.
yeah. His summoning animation somehow slipped by the censorship. I want to say, 'cause it's a little demonic, but you know.
And nothing demonic about a man in a Batman costume with a hand puppet.
Yeah.
I apologize if you guys hear a dog go freaking out, but I wonder, should we have like a poll in the chat to see if they actually want us to be on topic, or
Yeah, let's drop that poll. I'm curious. Because I genuinely don't know the answer. You guys give us your honest feedback.
Yeah, I mean, I'm down for either or. It's just a matter of if my co-commentators and the chat try to expose me for being someone who I'm not.
I'm down to roast Shao's for the
Shao's
remainder
fine.
of this war, really.
I am as well, but I'm also down to provide some, hopefully insightful commentary on some meta things, if that's what you guys
No,
want.
Strut your stuff.
We're all just here for you, as chat. But mostly for ourselves.
I just wish Shao's was honest.
So Greg has made a clip of my sudden exposure,
Oh no.
and I'll be damned if that gets the clip champion. So
Make it happen, guys.
It's basically saying, make it the clip champion. Alright, so that opening turn was drop bears and set a card. add
Search Poly.
Like,
yeah, so pretty subpar hand. And I mean, a normal summon Nalu isn't exactly much better unless we see like triple back row come out. And we see triple back row come out. Speak and you shall receive. Is he gonna try to save this in any way? No, he's just gonna take it.
Yep.
Yeah, like really, would you though? Like, I think the only thing you do is potentially like mask change in a situation like that, just to
But I
avoid
guess,
a potential floodgate, right?
I guess he's not worried about it. Even if he has mask change, maybe he's like, I don't need to mask change this. It's fine.
See, I mean, it is pretty intimidating to be staring down three
Yeah.
back row. Heroes obviously can deal with back row, but if you're a card or two into your opening hand that you've already burned already, then
Ooh, bad aim.
you're on minimal resources. Yep.
So we're looking at a pretty interesting list here. What I would say to be pretty similar to a certain person that won a certain big tournament this weekend that I certainly gave a free win to in Swiss that I don't want to bring up in this commentary, but yeah. So bad aim's a pretty decent card against heroes depending on when you're able to use it.
It's definitely nice against the mask change, for example.
Yeah. So we're seeing Ferris discard increase, right? Yeah. So Chain gonna hit up that Ferris. He said no increase for you. No increase effect for you. So what's he gonna do here?
Now, how do you guys feel? Like, I mean, I think I've expressed my opinion on this in the past. I wonder what you guys think. Cosmic
Sure.
Cyclone, right at the start of the turn, or wait for your opponent to do something, you know, it might have been handy against this Fiendish Chain.
It's kind of hard. It's kind of hard to say sometimes.
Like when you're against triple back row, like in a situation
I
like
think
this.
in the situation that he was in, it probably would have been better. Like obviously in hindsight, it would have been better, right? In hindsight, it would
There's
have
an
been better
emote for
because clearly he just got Phoenix chained. But like outside of that, sometimes when you are too passive with your cosmic, it could be to your detriment. But considering that his play was very susceptible to a card that this deck plays at multiples, maybe would have been best to save it.
Yeah,
Are you thinking on any
I'm usually pretty torn myself. Sometimes I feel like
Sorry about
if
that.
you're staring down a real bad situation, you just gotta kind of hope for the best. Other times, I mean, possibly you want to save it for a chain. If you're saving it for anything, it's typically going to be chain, right? So it really comes down to like how scared you are of chain versus how scared you are of like a myriad of options that the rest of the back row could be.
Yeah, like if he didn't, if he just had follow up after that and he didn't care about the chain, then that's fair. But as you can see, he just passed for turn. So,
Yeah.
but I mean, Sabers didn't have much to do anyway, so it goes right back to Cosmics here. Cosmic.
Yeah, there's one
See
thing
what he
that's
has.
very nice too is that Ferris against Element Sabers does have kind of a nice attack stat. You know.
Yeah. So we got Stratos coming out. He's gonna add, so not gonna threaten the back row at all.
I guess either way we're plussing, right? Now, is there a Malicious in the graveyard? Nope.
Interesting. He grabs another Stratos, likely trying to set up, give him options for next turn, whether that be to pop all the back row with it or get a special summon. He's actually gonna take out the
Oh
Maui.
no, he's not.
Oh,
The defensive
okay.
concentrating current.
Wow. Oh, but he gives him the increase. That's I don't know,
play.
man. It's a good play, but the increase coming back is pretty nice for him.
Yeah.
It's actually funny though. You almost really don't see increase being in the back row in a situation like this. It doesn't really seem to come up that often where it's actually useful when it comes back.
Yeah.
It's not
So often
typically a
it's
card
just,
you see much of late game.
yeah, it's like
But
so often
can
it just comes
definitely make a
back and
difference.
ends up just being there while you kill them.
Yeah.
That Palace top deck is looking pretty nice for Hormigón here. Gonna be able to apply some pressure with Molyneux.
Yeah, I mean it's a it's a good top deck, but at the same time, like
I mean, you're not
besides
winning
Palace, there's only
so far.
one. Yeah. So if it's Palace, there's only one back row, so it could be a Depending on how good or bad that back row is, could still be a lot of room for plays to happen from heroes.
It's actually going to increase before I assume before he enters battle phase. Oh, I guess because that's
He
Oh.
has
He
to
has
protect
to.
himself.
yeah, that would be lethal. Yep. Because he could just dump
Well,
with
no,
the-
because
Now it's lethal.
It would be because he could dump with the Mollyhue to flip it face down, and then Nalu goes up to 17. Oh wait.
yeah,
yeah, but
Oh, no, no,
18
it's
is
good.
Paris' defense, so yeah,
Yeah,
it wouldn't
yeah,
have
yeah.
been.
It wouldn't have been. Yeah, my
But
bad.
now this is lethal.
But now it's lethal. Yeah.
I'm guessing the mentality was that he probably wanted to set up that malicious in advance. That way he could potentially try and drop Stratos and have monsters on field, or a monster on field.
He could have theoretically did that next turn too, right? I guess the only way that the only thing
because
is
he wouldn't have had a monster to increase off of. He would have had open board just increase,
Oh,
and
you're right.
he would
You're
have
right, yeah.
had to normal summon something to get a monster on board, which would be Stratos, which means you can't use the effect.
Yeah, yeah. I mean, regardless, it was a pretty rough spot for him to deal with.
Yeah, it was a rough spot
One
for
back
sure.
row left and a live Mollyhue. So
Yeah.
he would need a lot to be able to play through that.
Now our last player coming in here is Noble Mortis from X Hunters. He'll be coming in because he heard that Shouz was talking smack. So Shouz said he was the Ojama King, and Noble
No,
knows that he
I
is
said that.
not.
I said that I appreciate Novo for,
No, I'm pretty sure you
for
said
exposing
that.
me for exposing me to such a deck that is
Exposing
so
you
good.
as the King Ojama player. Yeah, that's what you said.
No.
You said,
And
I'm
then
better than Noble
we
Mortis,
just
is the
saw,
exact
we
words.
just so happened to play the mirror match. I kind of forget when it was. I just remember that it happened.
No, I remember what you said.
And I
This-
happened to
this is
run
what
away
Shouz-
with it. That's
this is what
it.
Shouz said. Shouz said, we played the mirror. I'm obviously better. Also, Carly isn't leveled up all the way. That's what you said.
No, my Carly is level 40. That was the first one that I used normal Carly first, then Dark Signer Carly. Now I'm on Cali. All right. Do you want proof?
That sounds like revisionist history. I don't know.
Do you want proof?
Now, next you're gonna tell me that you didn't cosplay as Alexis. I don't know what's going on. I don't know what to believe anymore.
At this point, that fact has been beat into my head so much that I accept it as a fact. So that doesn't affect me anymore. I'm the bigger person. Okay.
I think at
beyond
some
that.
point you convinced Shouz that he did that. Like, I think you told him that enough that at some point he was like, you know what? Maybe I did.
What I won't accept is this Carly banter and me not eating chicken because that is straight cap. So
Okay, fine. You win. You don't eat chicken. There. You said it.
okay,
You don't eat chicken.
all right. So we're looking at a Yami
the mirror.
mirror match. So
Yep.
Oh, that's
maybe
fun.
it's
And back off topic we
22.
go. Next.
very interesting matchup. So about that banana peel situation.
Yeah, let's go back to the banana peel. So, Monkey Boy, when you weren't here, I mentioned that you slipped on a banana peel and you had to get things because you with bananas, you leave them lying around. It's one of those
Yeah,
things.
no, for sure. It's a really big hazard. I've got them everywhere.
So is that
See?
dog.
Heinz and dogs get it, yeah.
The dog knows
understand.
banana peel, and it was a wrap.
Yeah.
It
You're,
is a wrap made by nature. Astute
True.
observation.
it's a fruit wrap. Ooh, now we see a palace come out.
Can we get the oh my dogs in the chat?
Palace, though, super important card for the mirror match. Definitely gonna put in work. Now, normaling Alistair into
Fiendish
several back rows. Yeah, a little bold.
Maybe he has multiple Alistairs. He don't give a damn.
I mean, even.
Oh, he already has the invocation.
Okay, he just wanted Alistair on board.
Just
pretty
burn
good.
it.
Bait that Fiendish chain.
Now, Shaz,
So-
do you want to weigh in on what hype he said in the chat there?
I don't know who that guy is. So it sounds like a huge
He's a
fan of
phony.
mine's.
Alib says Heinz dog never sleeps. I can confirm that. Bella does not sleep.
Checks
It's her
out.
birthday. She's freaking out.
So it looks like we're gonna have two Casiduses Casidisis.
Side to
How would
side.
you even say?
I-
Casidicide?
I would have to know what the word the root of the word is, what language it's rooted in. It could be Kakatai.
Cockatai. Two
Which
cocks.
is- Two cocks. That's yeah.
We were talking about the BBC earlier, and how it would take two hands.
Yeah,
So,
these guys are skiing.
oh, but he actually has the floodgate for his
Okay.
opponents. So we're gonna be here for a while. This is looking like it's gonna take a little while for the war
man.
here.
No battle phase on this follow-up turn. It's probably not a huge deal either way.
I doubt it really matters considering the board state.
Yeah, exactly.
I think the only way that he would win right now is if he had like a Purg play into current, like double current or double Alistair drop current, something weird like that. So
Didn't
getting
you do
this
that, like, 2 weeks
this
ago?
lap is nice though. If he's able to protect the Lapula, and get that boy into defense, he's definitely sitting pretty.
Yeah. And that being said, potentially easier said than done. I mean, he's really only got one back row, so
Yeah.
it's a good hope. But like, I don't know, big saber push could do something.
We know he has Alistair, so that's enough to swing over at least. But
Yeah.
we'll see what he actually values here.
I'm wondering if
'Cause-
maybe a fiendish chain face down, something that can stop an Alistair effect search for Invo as well as stop the Alistair from swinging.
You also got to be wary of potential current setup, because that could just be a bait, right? He normal summons Alistair, swings in. Next turn he gets currented with the Casidus plus the
True.
Alistair in hand. So it's a lot of mind games right now. Regardless, Novo's in the driver's seat. He's not even gonna give him that satisfaction. He's just gonna pass.
Interesting. Okay.
Yo, KSG in the chat, what's good? Yo, and Monkey Boy, you and I, we actually casted a game last week, I believe, where Shao's did some pretty wild things with concentrating current, right?
Oh man, that was
Say,
so.
He's something
I
of
think
an
that's
expert
the
of the
best.
card.
The best use of concentrating current I've ever had was.
Wait,
taking
I'm
out
trying to-
Casidus.
The Cyber
I'm
Dragon
trying to
when his
remember, what
opponent
was
swung
the-
in with the cock, and then he used it on the core to kill the Cockadus.
Oh my
Casidus,
god, yeah.
I cosmic the invocation, so he couldn't get the Alistair back, and he swung into the core, and he went to bed the turn after.
It was disgusting. Because we were saying in the call, like his with the Cockadus, you could have the concentrating current, and then you flipped up the current, and we went nuts.
Yeah, I had a game today where I drew into double current, and I pierced to a Sulfuneer for 81 points of damage.
Jeez.
8100 points of damage. Yeah, it's kind of insane.
That's a lot. You were pushing hard for that 10k extra boxes reward.
Yeah. We have right now, we have the result boost campaign, so it was another 1,000.
Oh,
there you
true.
go.
Farm.
You know. I think I guess since we're live and there's not a lot of effective gameplay happening right now, I will spill the beans for what I use for anything nowadays. I essentially just use DDBs because you get consistent 6k damage off pretty easily. And in the current event, I with the plus 1,000 boost and the result booster crystal, it's 8k against the for the Taya event.
You telling me you spent enough money on that box to get DVDs?
Right, that's what I was thinking too. Like, I'm
What?
like,
That's
I
I
don't,
my,
mean,
that's my
I don't have
key
that
takeaway
deck.
from this.
So two things.
Telling me
I
you
like-
looked at that box
yeah, I
and
know
you
it's
said,
expensive.
this probably isn't trash.
I'm speaking to all
Better-
the
better
all the
drop
whales
200
out there.
bucks
I'm not
on
saying
farm
it's
decks.
accessible to everyone. I'm speaking to all the whales that there's a simple and easy way to go about it. And yes, I did, because I actually really like DDVs. I like DDV TCG. They got shafted in the TCG a little bit more than once. So
Yeah.
I like and then also I also like Malefics. It was a weird box for me because I really like the box because I love Crystal Beast, my favorite archetype. I like
true.
Malefics a lot. And I also like deities, but at the end of the day, they're all pretty bad. So
Yeah. That's tough.
but I still bought it because I like it. So
Why do we have King DDD archetype, but we don't have Kirby?
True. Very true.
yeah,
Because like
Kirby
all
insights.
the big DDDs have King in their name, right? So it's definitely an homage to King DDD.
Obviously.
yeah, for sure.
We've got,
Or is
we've got
really
Meta
squished.
I'm gonna
Knights who are
check.
very similar to Meta Knight, you know? Just no Kirby now.
Oh man,
Is
that's
is
very
relinquished a repurposed Kirby? Like Inside
The
Out?
resemblance is uncanny.
we already have the Kirby. Yeah, the Kirby
Yeah.
has been in the game since year one.
Yeah, there you go.
This is very like, what's happening right now, man?
Nothing's happening. We're just
Like
Wow.
this is so stupid, man. They have to kill this deck. I think this is the balance where it happens, bro. I honestly do. Like, just put Owl Shooter 3, call it a day. Or I don't know, maybe even more than that. Like, because this is just absurd. There's no reason why we should be on turn 20 and nothing's happened. Like,
they're literally both players, a mitt full of cards, 4,000 life points. It's turn 20. They're not decking out.
like Nova was in the driver's seat, but now because like we're on turn 20 and he's gonna deck out first, like now he's not. Now he
Yeah.
has to make plays.
Yep,
Like-
exactly.
Purgatorio straight into the floodgate trap hole. You know, it's not.
Mm-hmm.
You
It's
have
not
to
ideal
negate that.
if he...
You have to.
No, you don't. Why would you have to?
Because how are you gonna make a play after that?
80
Do you-
Your board is clogged.
You get
I guess-
Alistair back, you drop him on Casitas, and then you just keep looping.
I guess
you
you
use off your perk.
invocation again. Yeah. But I mean, do you really want to give him that free floodgate? Because what if the other back row is nothing? You know.
It looks
I
like it's
mean,
something. It is
changed.
fiendish
So
chain.
here's what's good about this, right?
Unending? No, chain was off.
Now his back row
He's
is
still in the same
he's only
spot.
he's only
He's
gonna have
got
one back
available
row.
back row, yeah.
Only one available back row slot. So
Yeah.
it's only a matter of time before we start making more Purgatrios until we have a way to just I assume would be current for game.
Yeah.
So
No, it just sets a card in that back row.
So that's an additional card,
Yeah, that's
which is
kinda
sort of
interesting.
That potentially locks up some space.
yeah, I'm actually
Suppose,
kind of
suppose unless it's maybe like an unending, he intends to pop like Palace plus.
I think that
Unending
would be
itself?
I think that would be fair to try to get to search for something next turn.
I suppose.
If he feels that's what he needs to do. Might even pop the chain if he feels
He
necessary.
could, yeah, actually, which re-enables lap. If he
Well-
pops chain and there's if he pops it after main phase, then there would only be one set card. So
Yeah.
interesting.
Because I guess the way you would win, the way you win here is like if so he sets that after, like you said, after the main phase, you unending, you pop,
Mhm.
and then you have the Lapula negate for that back row, and you just invocation drop and swing, or in swing with the current. That's probably like the ideal win con if that was the
There is the
So
unending.
unending. There it is. Okay. Is gonna pop the chain.
oh man, it's almost like we read in the future out here.
Now, here's what I'm curious on is unending is still there, right? Like he could pay 2k to pop Palace, or he could get himself down to 2k to pop Palace, but that means unending is still taking up space, or he could pop unending itself.
They could
He could
Sleeve,
pop all
technically
three.
pop
Screw it.
both,
Could
yeah.
pop all three.
He could, but that gets really risky.
I mean,
He's gonna do
He's
it.
gonna do it.
in this position,
Okay.
I honestly think it's fine because like,
It still has a negate.
he has negate. He has 2 back row. Like that's Casitas set, so he doesn't have to worry about any like cheese plays.
I mean,
know?
yeah, but it's Casitas set, and he's probably going to be swinging with the Purg.
Now, yeah, if he makes a Purg, right? If he has current or
And
double
he has
current,
to use at
then he has
least
enough.
one Alistair. I guess he
needs-
has current, yeah. I was gonna, well, because I'm saying, like, he has to use one Alistair on this Casitas rather than on whatever Purg he hopefully...
He's gonna add it.
wants
He's
to
gonna
make.
add it back right now, though. So we would have to maybe hope that he has a second Alistair in hand.
Oh, he for
maybe-
sure needs minimum 2 Alistair or
Like
a
maybe
current,
maybe
yeah.
he has maybe he already had current and he searched Alistair. Like maybe he for sure knows that this is lethal. So right now
Okay.
that's gonna get negated.
Yep, not a big deal at all.
And we did see Novo make a little shout out to Destiny in the chat. He did declare Divine with that Element Saber Malehu in the graveyard.
True.
Destiny noticed too. He noticed.
He said, heck,
You know Destiny noticed that.
best attribute. Wind, alright.
Well, that
He's
blows.
signaling to us that he's gonna win.
Hey!
I like it. He's communicating. Noah's, he's got the stream open.
He said he said wind because he has already wind.
Okay, so
Alright, now here's
let's
the...
see what happens.
Current!
Okay.
It's a prismatic. Oh my god, Novo's the prismatic
Okay.
god, bro. He has every good card prismatic. It's absurd. So we got
There's
we
the
got
Alistair.
one Alistair,
Just drop the
Alistair.
Look at this.
So we got Alistair drop from
You
I don't even
drop
know how
one.
much damage.
I'm not doing
like,
math.
This is so much math.
I like
Okay,
the.
so there's only one.
I
There's
like
only
the-
one Alistair.
I like
Oh,
the
that's
glossy-
just... That's
That's
super
per-
game.
Is
Those
that
games are
exact
everything.
lethal? That's exact lethal.
There you
Second
go.
Alistair.
There's a glossy Perk with a glossy Alistair with a prismatic current and a glossy Palace. By the way,
Wait, what just...
so missed by 1,000. Can't attack with anything else. Due to the current.
Oh, because it... Okay.
Yeah.
I completely spaced on that current condition for a second. I was like, did he just not attack with Casitas?
Now, just because he didn't kill him and his opponent has D-draw doesn't mean that it's over for the boy Novo, because he does, I assume, still has a
Got two
live
back row.
2 back row and a Lapula negate, which is going
That's
to be
true,
hard
so-
for him to
Yeah.
to go through. Casitas is already outed, so he doesn't have to worry about BS like that.
Like non-targetable, yep.
Yeah. So, this is a very important turn for Hormigon here.
Now, does Novo have any Element Sabers left for that lap? I don't think he does. I mean, there's lap on the board, Nalu Malehu banished, and 2 Malehu in the grave.
Oh, okay.
Ooh.
I forgot about the banish pile. So when I looked in the grave, I only saw the 2 Malehu.
Yeah, that's
So
a good
we'll
point.
see right now. I mean, he
That's
still
going
has 2
through.
back row. It's still 2 back row. He's gonna need both of them to do something.
Yep, seeing a perk of his own.
I did like that as we were talking about the math there. Snippets is like, no one ever doing math. You just wait and hope it's enough.
You just see that you can make a really big number, and you say, man, this will probably work.
This
This
should
will
be
probably
4K.
do
This
it.
should be 4K damage. Simple.
I know that Heinz is laughing because everyone who plays this game has had that moment where you're like,
I'm not doing this right now.
this'll
I've already
probably
thought
work.
so
And
much
you
of the
swing.
positioning.
ideally it's typically probably on like a ladder game, but like we've for sure all had that moment.
All right, so he needs a way to stop 2 Purgatrios. Oh, okay, Magellanica.
Oh, look at the fingers on that guy.
There's the floodgate.
So, gotta be Fiendish Chain. in the
Very
other
well
spot, right?
timed floodgate, because if he would have floodgated the Purgatory Trio, and if the other card was chained, that would have been a wrap for the boy.
Yeah.
Because you cannot. Magellanica is a non-effect monster.
Oh my lord, is there a third perk coming? Yes.
Or a
So he's
second
gonna-
Magellanica.
Or a
That would be kind
could
of
be a second
cheeky.
perk, but
I think second perk too.
third fusion, I guess is what I meant. But
I
yeah,
mean, he did call
wow.
fire with Nalu, so you would assume.
Unless there's Karibo in hand.
Yeah, it's like, or if that's like Wallaby, maybe.
Could you imagine?
Ooh, Wallady one time. Honestly, mirror wall. You know, mirror anybody?
Is Mirror enough?
Yeah. Honestly, the only thing that's really a threat is Purg over that lap.
It was a
Canadia.
Paleozoic Canadia.
Sphere.
Actually?
Both players on 1,000.
No,
life
it's-
points.
Oh no,
damage
because there's
step.
Alistair still in hand. Okay.
Damage step, yeah. Damn.
I was gonna say if there wouldn't have been an Alistair boost still available, that actually wouldn't have been lethal anymore.
Yeah,
It would have been 800, and then he wouldn't have been able to swing over Casitas or Purg.
he had it. I wouldn't be surprised if he
Only had to get to
Use his
turn
skill to get it.
24 for the game to get interesting.
Now Novo, he kind of bet it all there, but I feel like he probably could have just waited until he had another Alistair, for the boost. Because
I mean-
he wasn't really in any position to do anything at that point because it was still like 5-6 cards left in his deck. So like,
It's tough. Like the longer you wait, the more likely it is that your opponent gets more Alistairs as well, though, right? So it's kind of that trade-off of like, well,
And well, don't you
Like,
guys
I wait-
worry
but
because we got ourselves a repeat.
you also gotta assume too because he did clog his background essentially. He had the 2 chains and then the last set was the floodgate which he negated. So like, his opponent's not really making any plays, in that position until you're able to make a play first.
it's true. But I mean, in theory, well,
Because you just have to assume that they're gonna have enough to drop. I mean, I understand the fact of like there should be enough damage, right? Because it's a big number. It should be enough damage, and it was. If it was only 1 Alistair, but he had 2, so at that point it was like I feel like Novo was in a position to where he honestly could just wait until he drew his other Alistairs to go for game. I think the only caveat to that would be if Parmegon had Sphere Kribo. That'd be the only thing about it.
yeah. I mean, I guess that's fair.
But at that point, I don't know. I think he could have probably just waited. But things happen. I mean, another thing is like that's a very exhausting mirror match to play. So like,
Yeah, it is.
the mental state could have had an effect on that as well. The play was correct. What he did, it just wasn't enough. So
Yeah, that mirror matched a lot. It's that timer gets really tense on you after typically pretty quick, honestly, because you really want to make sure you're setting up your first few turns for kind of success, whatever direction you're gonna end up having to pivot to. And then the rest of the duel is typically gonna be a little stressful. Always nervous about what your opponent can draw and play.
Well, Novo's
Sure, you're not
opening
screwing
us up
up.
here with the repeat,
Mm-hmm.
and he's going to
so
drop
they're not
Alice
confident in the
straight
second deck
away.
against this deck,
And
and
now,
we're just
That, or they were more confident about this deck reverse sweeping for them.
yeah, but think of that.
Yeah.
Like, he's got to play Element Sabers for now 6 straight games, even if he's successful in all
that's
of those.
asking for a lot. It really is.
It's getting late,
true.
you know.
I don't know if I could sit through 6 Element Saber games in a row to bring this back. like,
You think you just get like mentally worn down after a while?
even if I would almost play, like if it was Black Wings, I would almost just play Black Wings. Just be like, yo, if I got it, I got it. You know?
Honestly, that's a tough call because, like, obviously you'd be sending Blackwings into a bad matchup, but also at the
one's
same time,
more
like,
inclined
if
to
you can
sweep,
win
right?
that, you might be able to sweep. And honestly, Blackwing, especially now that Sabers have had fire hit, Blackwing can beat Saber. Obviously, like, if Saber goes first with a bunch of back row, like, typically should just win.
Yeah.
But it can happen more than
It's,
it used to be able to, for sure.
Yeah, it's still in the favor of Sabers, but it's not so much ridiculous.
It's not as hard of a blowout anymore because they just don't have that access to turn 1 Purg in almost any situation unless they
And
open
a lot
like
of
Alistair Invo Palace.
a lot of Sabers also running less like Canadians and stuff.
Yeah, that
which
as
can help
well.
as well.
Yep.
And having that, and if you do manage to go first and you get off the Necro Valley, like they essentially have to draw into Unending Nightmare, or they're not going to be able to make Purgatrio at all unless they're playing like a weird fire card.
Mm-hmm.
So, but we're seeing a Purgatrio right now coming out from Novo.
Yeah, we are. We do see bad aim though. Stopping that Purgatrio.
Very, very good card in the mirror, I'd say. It's always
honestly,
there's always a
bad-
time to use that in the mirror match.
Yeah,
You're
I mean,
right,
bad
there's
aim
so many
not too
effects
bad in
going
general.
off. Yeah.
Yeah. Just swinging for a clash and 2 lap. Yeah.
Oregon not. I mean, his hand wasn't so bad, but Nova already has the pieces of the puzzle. It's just a matter of him being able to play through.
Exodia.
Yeah. Jeez, Molyneux here. Gonna likely
that
flip down the lap
right
again,
back down. Yep. Get him
So
some,
I need to be activating my spells and traps. Thank you.
Yep.
Did
Make
he
sure to
search
do it
with
in
the
his-
field spell? I honestly don't remember.
I don't. For sure, not on his last turn. I don't think at all.
Yeah, I don't think so. Yeah.
No, he didn't.
So
Yeah.
very
Also was
interesting spot here.
sure to flip down lap in opponent's end phase to capitalize on the fact that now if like something like Fiendish Chain does come out on Alistair, he can have Malayhu live to flip it down.
As well
Dodge
as
that out.
Floodgate. If he has Floodgate for the
Yep.
Casitas.
Smoke saying in the chat, imagine making Big Eye with 2 Dark Magicians. Is Big Eye not a flip effect monster that's like 12 by 1,000?
No. Big Eye is it's a XYZ.
Because I'm pretty sure it just like lets you see the top 5 cards of your deck.
No, that's another. I know what card you're talking about. It's a XYZ monster where it's a level 7. So Dark Magician would definitely play it, where you can just steal an opponent's monster.
Heinz
by
is
detaching.
talking. So I think Heinz is technically correct. I think just Big Eye is the monster
Yeah,
he's talking about. It's a very old like Metal Raiders card.
Yeah,
I'm guessing there's a retrain that's an XYZ.
No, it's not a retrain. It's just a different card. It's called so the Xyz monsters have there's like a sub archetype, I guess you could say, called numbers.
Yep.
It's like number something, number this. So
Yep.
Utopia is number 39. I don't remember which number Big Eye is, but
Oh,
it's
so he's like number something Big Eye. Okay.
yeah,
Sniff has got us in the chat.
essentially. And he's just he could just take your opponent's monster, which is pretty nice, I'd say, for the Dark Magician, depending on the situation.
Charles,
Just
I
having-
definitely
just having it
appreciate you ruining my joke about the flip effect monster. But hey, thanks for that.
Oh, you're welcome. You know, I gotta be there to
Completely
you know.
shut me down. Just like, no. They
I
didn't let me get through
no.
the stupid
mean,
defective card.
after the banter I had to go through earlier, I don't think it's allowed any. So, you know.
Why are you so upset? I would say have a piece
That
of
was
chicken, but obviously
cake,
that's
man.
not going to happen.
Ha.
Yeah, see,
Got him.
like I said. So, did he floodgated it and then he flipped it down? Is that what happened? I assume that's what happened. Yeah. Okay.
Actually-
That's exactly what happened.
Yeah.
So, if he's gonna flip up that Casitas, it's gonna have to be in attack mode. So, is he gonna do that? Or are we gonna see an attack mode Casitas against the non non-Christian matchup?
Actually, no. That Casitas is floodgated.
Did he not
Cha-
chain? He chained
Fiendish
Mojo
Chain
to it.
came out onto Malayhu.
Oh, okay. I didn't see that part.
Yeah.
I was actually thinking that as well. Like, if he had chained for the Molyneux, then that would cut that whole play around.
Yeah.
But, we started talking about Big Eyes. So,
True.
I heard that Big Eyes is a sign of high estrogen levels in human females.
mm.
Oh, okay.
Is that why I have
alright.
Big Eyes?
Yes.
Yes.
So we got
Going into the second purg, knowing it'll likely get Malayhood, but he says, "Hey, that's fine."
Still applying that pressure is still pretty nice to have here.
Exactly. It's no big deal. Can still push through that.
It's not really going to be able to swing over it either unless he has his own Alistair, which we haven't seen from him at all yet. So ooh. I don't think you want to try to play that game, yeah. You're going to flip that perk right down.
My turn is done. It's my turn.
Back to Hormigon.
Now,
Really needs to see his... Ooh, an Unending Nightmare.
Okay,
That's good.
that's real good. You can
Good
use that
draw phaser as
multiple
well.
times as well.
Yeah. Excuse me.
I set this card.
And he wanted that gone fast.
Yeah, he was not having it. He's like, I
Yeah.
want my Molyneux Unchained right now.
It's my Malayhu, and I want it now.
This is Malejo. This is Malejo. This is Django.
Yeah, so, I mean, it's actually looking like, well, I guess he can't really, he still has to play through the back row, actually. Because he can't make a second perk without clearing his one board, so.
Yep, correct.
Which is
but-
not really possible.
Yep. But things do definitely swing back toward the favor of Nova.
Of Nova, for sure, yeah.
Unending is a huge card in the mirror.
Yeah. Being able to just rip those chains and field spells out of it, it's pretty insane.
Yeah,
Gonna flip the
honestly,
Lapula here.
good versus the chains, but I would say best versus field spells, really.
Yeah.
Field spells are a huge key card in the matchup.
Yeah.
My monster's effect activates.
He's gonna flip that lap right back down. He's gonna send his own lap too. Oh no, he's gonna flip the Mohi. Okay, that makes sense, yeah. Because he
Yep.
can just flip the lap next turn.
Yep, if he wants
He
to,
doesn't
or if
care
he
if,
needs to for any reason.
And I like the way he, before the lap, could flip back face up in the main phase. He made sure he
Yeah,
had
he-
that unending popped off, so now the lap's not really a threat. So really
Yeah,
well positioned
exactly.
there by Nova.
Yep, knew what he was doing.
Getting his Destiny draw here.
Yep,
Gonna
that
see
as well.
what he's gonna.
Yeah, I'm curious what he
potentially
goes
go
for. Possibly just extra Alistair, I guess, or just an impactful
I
back row.
kind of think either it's a mind game that he was swinging into the lap the turn prior, or that he has current. So, ooh,
He could. I mean, he could have also just wanted.
I think
Oh.
this is it for Hormigon right here.
Yeah.
Oh, wait,
He searched
he
Invo.
didn't flip down the lap.
Oh.
I guess he has a second invocation.
Oh no.
I
There
guess
was
you always
actually a
just
card
grab
in the
second
hand.
invocation. Yeah, you just let him do it. For
No.
sure. What?
Oh,
He didn't
Bro.
have it, man.
Come on, man.
was he
You
out
didn't
of?
have any more targets?
Is he out of
Is he out of
Elementals?
targets?
1, 2.
1, 2. I guess he's out of targets.
Is
Yeah,
he
he's
on
out of
double
targets for
lane?
it.
1 floodgate.
He's out of targets. He's out of target. That's
I guess he
so
just didn't have
tough.
the. He just didn't have the
He didn't have
second
the gas in the
invocation.
tank. Well, yeah, he didn't have second info, but
I guess he had
Oh
to
my.
de-draw that invocation. Wow.
yeah, he
we just
did
assumed
de-draw
we
it.
just assumed these guys have it, bro. Crazy.
I didn't assume he had it. I thought
I
that was.
assumed he had it, bro. I'm so like I just assume that my opponent has it all the time now because they always do. Crazy.
I guess what he assumed was, Novo assumed that there might not be a. Well, no, he can read delay, so he should have known that there was a
I guess in that case,
element.
instead of risking that, he should have just swung into the lap first so that he would have invocation for now, for this turn. Because now he just gets
no.
cucked by a Purgatrio if that back row does nothing, which I imagine it does.
It
But
better. That's
Yeah,
not,
better.
not Fiendish Chain. The back row has to be something. If it was Invo, it would have been used. So
Yeah.
it can't be
It has to be
dead.
something.
I doubt he runs multiple.
We know he's playing Bad Aim. We know he's playing Canadia. We haven't actually seen Fiendish Chain from Noble Mortis yet, I don't believe.
maybe
Either
not,
way, if it was a
actually.
chain, it would have come out there. Or Alistair versus Purg. So it is a flood. Okay. Possibly fine as long as there's no second Invo. Possibly not fine if there is.
Yeah,
Well
this is looking
stated.
scary.
This is really, yeah. This is very tense. So butt clench.
He's thinking about it too, bro. That's how you know it's like it's a real mind game right now. He could just,
Wait.
oh man, he's changing things in the graveyard.
Okay.
Oh man.
Oh, he had it. No. Is there Karibo? I don't think so.
I don't think so, bro.
I don't think
And he
so,
uses
man.
We
his
were on-
opponent's
we were on
Alistair
turn-
the
we were on
Invoker.
turn-
Oh,
Oh, that's dirty. It was on turn like 25 or something when and we didn't see no spirit from him, so that way he doesn't have to he can just discard the Alistair like for sure game. Damn.
that's
Yeah, he's up to
so
43.
brutal.
Exact lethal once again from Hormagon.
All right. Well
That's the
played.
That's all she wrote.
I feel bad
Several
for Novo.
times,
you know,
man.
He had to play
Novo-
so hard.
Yeah, he had the plan. It was there. Just didn't happen.
I
That's
think
tough.
that one was a lot more I don't know, just greedy. Like he could have just swung into the lap, and next turn he would have been able to make a play. Because I don't think Hormagon had Alistair yet at that time. I think he probably de-draw into it. I think. I just know that he would have been fine if he would have just waited. I think, and when as in the first duel, it was more so he kind of just assumed that he had lethal, with the current play. But I mean, it's a valiant effort to say the least.
Yeah.
But damn.
Yeah. Well fought or hard fought, but
Yeah, definitely hard fought.
yeah.
And, you know, you got to say, for 2 hours and a half, it really, there's a lot of really solid games. You know, it did go, exceedingly in the favor of Forbidden Memories, but overall, it was a very competitive war game for game. You know, it wasn't a huge sack fest, but it was definitely a lot of back and forth.
Yeah, these games were kind of resident sleeper as well.
Yeah.
we had two E-Saber mirrors and a Chris Run mirror match happen.
Yeah, there's
That's-
definitely some tangents we went off in the casting booth as well, and it was definitely a good time
Yeah,
for
might
me. So
have.
I want to say thank you to you guys for joining me.
course.
Fashionably
Yeah.
late, but thank you for joining me nonetheless.
Yeah, thank you guys as well. And thanks to
I
everybody
had
in chat
nothing
for
to-
hanging out. Appreciate you. You know, always fun, always a good time.
Yeah, it was fun.
And
I haven't been able
congratulations-
to cast with the boy Hines in some time, so I saw
There you go.
the opportunity. I was like,
That's true.
no.
Yeah, it has been a minute. And I want to say congratulations to all of our teams collectively, the three of us, for our
Yeah.
valiant performances this weekend. We are obviously an inspiration to all.
Right.
yeah, a very good inspiration not to make playoffs, but it's all good, you know.
we all gave it the old college try. You know.
Yeah.
But thanks to you guys. You know, at the very least, we'll go over that best caster, and hopefully I'll be able to hang out with you guys next week or in playoffs.
Of course.
Do
Yeah,
some more
for sure.
casting together.
Always.
And thanks for everybody coming in for the stream, and congrats to Forbidden Memories. Well played to X Hunters. And do you guys have any final thoughts?
No, nothing.
Carly-
Just,
Carly is my baby girl. Don't you guys ever forget that, all right?
oh,
She's
You
my
would think-
profile
you
picture
would
for a
think
reason.
She would be max level, but she's not.
She is max level. I can take the screenshot right now.
Oh no! Everybody run.
They're
Or,
both
I don't know
max
if we're
level.
rating somebody or what.
They're
but
literally the
just
first two.
Ignore.
All right. On that
Ignore
note,
Chaz.
we will sign out.